Christy says, hi, Sergio. Hi, how are you? Let's get this live stream started. I popped a Red Bull because I definitely need the energy today. Hello, hi, how are you? I guess I'm early. Hello. No, you came at a good time. Usually like around like 7:02, that's when I kind of like start. Um, Huge fan, love the lives again. Thank you so much. I love to do lives. Aiden Jack says, hi, how are you? Laura S says, hey, Sergio, ready for the Kiki? I know I'm ready for the Kiki too. Today's Friday, my favorite day out of the week. I like it better than Sunday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Friday is the best day. Maria says, what's the weather like in Texas? So it's 30s up north, like in Dallas. Here, it's actually supposed to get really windy. That's why I'm wearing this sweater because it's going to get a lot colder. I think I'm going to wear something else for later tonight, but I think it's supposed to be really windy. So it's supposed to be like 40. Right now it's 43, but starting at like 8 to like 1, it's supposed to be windy in the 40s. So it's going to be cold. So I thought I was done wearing like winter clothes. Like I had put all of them in the section. Like I have all my coats and then all the knits, kind of like how I told you guys in the closet tour. But actually, now I get to wear another winter outfit, which I'm not complaining because I'm not gonna be able to wear them for till next year. So it's always good. Um, Adrian says, hi from Arlington, Texas. Hi from Houston, Texas. I went to high school in Arlington, Bowie High School. Taya Watkins says, hello, Sergio. Hello, how are you? Yay. What's a good manly designer cologne? Tom Ford Ombre Leather. I get so many compliments on that fragrance. Always. It's a really good fragrance. I've been using that fragrance for about 2 years now, and I get nothing but compliments every single time I wear it. It's cold. Yeah, it's cold. It's chilly. Like I was outside like maybe 30 minutes ago, and I was running a quick errand, and it was starting to feel the breeze. Not a whole lot, but I know after this live stream, when I go out my balcony, girl, it's gonna be cold. So I gotta be good. Um, Chilly in San Antonio. It's windy. Yeah, it's gonna get windy pretty here too. I'm actually supposed to be in Austin tomorrow, so it's gonna be. I hear it's gonna be windy, so now I have to accommodate for that because I was gonna wear something completely different, but I just have like a day trip to do in Austin tomorrow. Um, let's see. Do you live by yourself? I live by myself as of now. Well, ever since last year, since I moved to Dallas, I've always lived by myself. I've always kind of thought like the idea of kind of like like living with roommates and stuff. But I actually really like my personal space. I like going in and out. Like I like doing everything myself, and I don't want to like come home and then like after a busy day and seeing like a roommate with like somebody else, like just people that I don't know. Like I just rather not. So that's why I like to live by myself. Um, Hey from Houston, where are you going for dinner? We are going to Jenya for ramen. I actually don't really know where I'm gonna go right now. I just ate. I was so busy today. I just ate flour child. I took it to go, and so I just was literally eating that prior to 5 minutes. Like I was literally eating it in the car because after this live stream, I still have like a few things to get done before I go to Austin tomorrow. And so I haven't even like thought about like what my new outfit is. Like if I'm gonna go to Dallas after, I don't really know. I kind of play everything by ear, and then I'm supposed to edit 2 videos that I filmed today. So I still have like a couple things to do. If anything, I'll probably just be out with the girlfriends later, like out and about, like at night. I probably won't have dinner tonight. That's my feeling, but who knows? I just kind of go where I'm told to go in a sense if I want to go. But I think I'm just gonna go out and about instead of having a dinner tonight. Gas price is hella high. Yes, gasoline is pretty expensive. It's not that bad here in Houston. I assume it's gonna potentially be kind of expensive. It's not as bad as I anticipated. But my dad and my brother, they have trucks, and I'm like, ooh, girl, y'all live in Dallas too. I'm like, this is why I didn't want a truck or like kind of like a car that uses like a bigger like SUV because I know that was going to be kind of expensive. And for me, it's just like literally myself that drives myself. But gas is expensive, but hopefully it doesn't get as high as like other states. Celeste Flores says, hey, Sergio. Hey, how are you? Um, Adrian says, do you recommend shopping at the Real Real? They have designer stuff. I do. I do like the Real Real. I will say some of their stuff is a little more expensive. Like you will go and find like a Tilfar bag for like $300 more. You'll find a Prada nylon for like $100 more than retail that's used. I was at the Austin one and there was a Prada bucket hat that I bought. It was the same price as you would buy it brand new from the boutique. I do like the Real Real. I think you can find some really great deals, but it's in the stores. I find that I don't really find those kind of wow good deals that I'm kind of used to. I think online you find more better deals on the Real Real, especially when they have flash sales and stuff. But their stuff is 100% authentic. I know there's been like stories where some of the stuff may not be real or some of it's, it obviously if you have over a million items worth of merchandise coming in and out, let's say on a monthly basis, maybe 50 of those million items are going to be, see, I like to play with things, are going to be replica. It's just part of the game. Every resale website has at least sold a fake bag. Even a designer store has even sold a fake bag by accident. It's never done on purpose, but you gotta kind of be careful. But I would say the Real Real does have some things that are like are a little overpriced for what it is. If you ask me, you just have to be kind of careful and kind of know the value of things, but nothing like a good Google search or kind of seeing what items sold for like on eBay and Poshmark, because you can put like sold items that kind of navigate you what the secondary market is. Because the price you see on the Real Real and Fashion File isn't necessarily the price that you could pay a little bit less. Angel Rodriguez says, "Hey Serge, hey, how are you? Hi Sergio, love your videos. How do you clean the interior of your handbags? I have a couple that need cleaning. Thanks. So if it's fabric lining, like or like nylon lining, I usually just kind of like it just depends. If the lining is black, I put like a tint of dish Dawn soap, like just like a dot with a toothbrush, and I kind of clean it if it's more on a black line bag. And for the most part, it kind of comes out. For kind of like bags that are a little bit more kind of clear on the inside that kind of have it, I would honestly use more like of a wet wipe, or I would use something more like that that doesn't have any alcohol in it. But for me, I haven't really ran into an issue a whole lot with the cleaning of the interiors. I just know for a black one, I've used dish Dawn soap and it hasn't stained it or anything. Also, it's black, so you're not going to see it. And for this, I just kind of use the baby wipe. If it's bad, I would try to, if the bag you can take the interior out on, like if you can take it completely out like this, I would honestly try to use a Tide pin to see if it could come out. Usually a Tide pin usually does the trick. So that's what I would recommend for cleaning of a lining. If it's fabric, if it's leather, you can use a leather conditioner. It should kind of come out depending how hard the stain is. Or you could use a baby wipe. Um, I feel like the way baby wipe doesn't really do anything bad because it doesn't have alcohol or anything. Um, do you do you still do retail job? No, I do not. Do I like Dior Savage? I actually own Dior Savage. I bought it like 2 years ago. I have that fragrance in my car as like if I forget fragrance, if I want to add an extra fragrance. I don't particularly love it. I don't particularly hate it. It's just like a good fragrance that you can rely on. I like it, but would I go repurchase it after? Probably not. But I know my brother really likes Dior Savage. I think there's a other Perfume version, and I think that's the one that I have. I find that that one lasts a lot longer than the Toilette. And I know there's like more intense. There's like many versions of it. I have the classic Eau de Perfume in 100 mil, and I keep that in my car. And every time I do wear it, I do get compliments on it. But it's one of those fragrances you're like, are you wearing Dior Sauvage? It's kind of like one of those fragrances where people kind of recognize the scent already. And sometimes for me in fragrance, that's not what I'm looking for. I don't want somebody to smell me and be like, am I wearing Flower Bomb? Am I wearing, a certain fragrance, a Tory Burch fragrance, or a YSL Black Opium? I want people to ask me what it is versus people already noticing what that scent is. I think that's the beauty in fragrance. Um, I love that you talk nonstop for so long. Literally, so much respect. This is Aldwell Perez. Oh, thank you so much. You know me, I can literally go for miles and miles and miles and miles. Like I love to talk. I can talk for absolute days. But yeah, I love to talk. I also love the hat. What brand is it? I have a vintage one that's falling apart. So I actually have purchased this one in like I bought them in three sizes: extra large, large, and medium because I have a big head. But this is today's like the first day that I was wearing it. Well, I wore a different outfit earlier, but I'm wearing this for the live stream. I'm probably gonna wear this tomorrow in Austin. But I probably will not wear it tonight. I think it's more of a daytime. It's from Brixton. It's in a size medium. I would say it runs a little big, so I'd go a size smaller. And I think it was like $42, and I think it's super cute. I really, really like it. It kind of, I saw Emily Gemma have it. She's like a Instagram blogger, and I saw her have it, and I was like, you know what? I want to wear it. I want to buy it. So I bought it off of her LTK, and I'm kind of living my best life in this hat. Um, Sergio, what are your thoughts on Burberry bags? This is from Anthony Gomez. I love Burberry bags a lot. And for me, I have so much Burberry ready to wear. I did not really realize that until the other day. I'm like, dang, Sergio, you should actually start getting, maybe some Burberry shoes or like other things. Cause I only have like jackets, shirts, and like suits and stuff like that. I really like Burberry bags. I feel like this new era with Riccardo Tisci is here to stay for a couple years. So I wouldn't mind buying them, but honestly, I really wouldn't buy them full price. Well, certain ones I would pay full price. Like if it's a classic Olympia, if it's a classic Lola, maybe I would buy it full price, but it's a very seasonal one or like a seasonal color. You can literally find them for a really great price on the pre-love market on Fashion File or like even at the Burberry outlet. There's one here in the premium outlets in Houston. It won't be like a huge savings, but it's like 25% off, which is like a quarter. And if it's a $2,000 bag, I mean, that's $500 off. I like Burberry bags. I've always been a big fan of Blueberry, as I would say. But I would say they're a little expensive for what they are just because they don't hold its value as much. And I hate to bring value in it, but for me, I'm a very kind of savvy consumer. I know what to spend my money on full price, off price, pre love, what's not worth it, what's worth it. And for me, I love Burberry bags. I think they're so pretty. I love the leather. I love the TB on them, even though some people say it looks like Troy Birch. I just probably wouldn't buy it full price unless if it was gifted to me from like somebody or if it's like a classic bag that I love, love, love. Like for me, I love the Olympia bag and I can see myself adding the Olympia bag in the larger size and I wouldn't sell it because I actually feel like it would go to my style, and especially with all the coats and stuff that I wear, especially in the fall and the winter. Like even now, like the coat that I'm gonna wear tonight, probably that would look really pretty. It will look. I like that it's structured and it's super sophisticated. So I like them, but maybe not enough to add one right now. I would probably add a Burberry bag before the end of the year, though. I do want to add at least one Burberry bag. And also, Burberry is included in a lot of gift card events, like from Saks and Neiman's. Right now, Saks is doing their gift card event, and Burberry is included. So you can actually, I would, if I were to buy one full price, I would probably wait for like some sort of gift card event. Um, the Real World takes horrible pictures of their stock. A lot of the items look better in person. I will say that is true. Like you see like the picture and I'm like, I can't see the condition. They kind of remind me of like ThreadUp pictures. Like I go on ThreadUp and I kind of want to look at it clothing and sometimes it's kind of blurry. I can't really see. I feel like they kind of like take and go, take and go. And they don't really have like, it's not like Fashion File where you can actually see like the full dimension of a bag. You can actually see everything. Like this Red Bull can, you can actually see like, oh my God, you can see the condensation on it. Like that's how good the photographs on Fashion File are versus like on the Real, it's like this where you can't even see the condensation on it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I agree with you. The stock pictures aren't the best. I would say only on the very high ticketed price items is what I noticed. But even then, I think Fashion File does the best when it comes to pre-loved on their stock pictures. Saw the Coach Pillow Madison on your video. I had to have it. It arrived today. Coral, love it. I love, love, love that bag. I want it, and you guys know what color I want it in. Obviously, the white one. It gives me kind of like Saint Laurent Lulu vibes. It gives me like kind of like that puffiness trend, like in that Bottega Veneta cassette, the pillow bag. It's just kind of like an other integration of that kind of puffiness in a handbag, and that's what I like about it. So that's probably gonna. Honestly, I kind of wanted to add the Coach Hero bag next into my collection, but I kind of want that one, the puffiness. I just feel like it's so cute, especially for me. I like to wear white. Like it will look cute with this outfit. Like I'm wearing that one with the white bag, with this blue sweater, with this. I can wear white pants, I can wear black pants, and with booties, that would look super cute for now. And then the summer, it'll be really cute with like tank tops, with like a little bit like lighter blazers. Like I feel like it would go really well with sandals. I feel like it's a nice bag. So I'm happy that you love it because I definitely want to add that bag. That's probably gonna be my next Coach handbag. Let's see. Forget my name. Hi, Sergio. Always wanted to say hi. How are you, love? I'm doing good. Today's been like such like a oh my god, such a hectic day, but I wouldn't have it any other way. You guys already know. I'd rather be all over the place, have my mind focusing on 10 million things than to be at home doing or like not even being at home, just doing because even when at home I'm like doing like things. I just rather be busy than to be completely being bored out of my mind. Sergio being bored is not something that I like to see myself in. I always like to be at least doing something. If I'm bored, I'm gonna go exercise. If I'm bored, I'm gonna go shoot a vlog. Like I feel like I always have to do something. But I'm doing good, and thank you so much for asking. I'm looking for a nice men's gold designer watch. What do you recommend? Um, I love that you go live on Fridays. Makes me happy. Oh, thank you for gold watch. If you're looking into the designer versus like Rolexes and Tag Heuer and all that, for fashion jewelry, I think Gucci makes really good watches. I know that they're not like the best because they're not known for watches, but and when I worked at Nordstrom, they would actually did pretty well. And people would actually buy them. Like I think the quality was there. I like Gucci watches if you're looking for a fashion brand. I would say Burberry, but Burberry no longer makes watches anymore. They used to be under the Fossil Group. Um, I like for me, I'm always more of a square watch, so I'm always gonna recommend square. So the Cartier Tank, I think it comes in a gold variation. I like Cartier watches a lot. Um, I also like a classic Rolex. You can never go wrong with. What's that one brand? Tag Heuer, and Hublot. I like those watches more. I would actually get a Hublot watch over a Rolex if you ask me. I don't know. I feel like a Rolex is so like it's just not my style. But I feel like those are some of my favorite brands for watches. And then also, I also really like a good under $300 watch, like a classic Nixon watch. You can never go wrong with, or like a classic Timex watch either. So there's some of my favorite type of watches, but I will always prefer a square because I find square kind of adds structure than more of a round watch, if you ask me. Um, Sergio says, "Hi, I work for Sage Carolina Herrera. If you ever need anything, thank you." I actually saw a Carolina Herrera bag that I saw in a Palacio de Hierro when I was in Monterrey. I think it's a classic CH. I saw Amber Ventzbox have it, like the founder of LTK, and it's really pretty. And I really like the sandals, how it has like CHC. Those are really pretty too. That's a brand that I need to explore more because the first time that I actually looked at Carolina Herrera items, it's usually when I go to Mexico. Like a long time ago when I went to Querétaro, I went to the boutique inside Palacio and they had good stuff. And then I went to the one in Monterrey and they have good stuff. I know there's one here in Houston. I know Dallas has a CH, San Antonio has a CH, and then Dallas and HP has an actual Carolina Herrera like boutique. And I think Wes Gordon, I think that's the creative director Carolina Herrera, if I'm not wrong. I kind of know my things here and there. I used to have some people that I used to know that used to work at Carolina Herrera, so I know a thing or two about the brand. Um, Tony says, "Hi from Irving, Texas." Oh, I love Irving. That's a city that I was born in. I was born in a hospital in Las Colinas, but then I lived in Irving behind the Walmart where that the Irving Mall is, like across the freeway where that Walmart is, behind those apartments. The girl that was I grew up for like the first few years of my life. So you hit right at home, Tori. Um, Hi, I've missed you. Oh, I miss you too. I remember you used to be on all the lives in like last year. I don't forget anything. I remember names. I remember everything. I miss you too. I believe you said you were in school or you had like you were busy with I think nursing or something. You were busy with something. You were occupied. So hopefully whatever you were busy with, hopefully it went through and you've been successful at it. So, but I do remember you. I never forget. I never forget faces. I never forget anything. I mean, like forget here and there some, but I always remember at the end of the day. Um, there's a place in South London called Brixton. So probably that's why it's called Brixton. I think it is a brand from the UK. They actually have some pretty, I know they're known more for hats and I know they do like wallets and I know they do clothes too, but I cannot wait to go back to London this summer. I love London. London is such a beautiful city. Um, I just recently bought the tote from Marc Jacobs, Dagny Dover, Dakota, and I got myself the Pili bag. Love them all. They're all my rotations at the moment. Well, they're all good. I love the tote bag. The bag that I was actually using earlier was the tote bag. I'll actually show you the variation. So this was the vibe earlier. Well, you guys know I do like 50 million. Well, something just like. So I was wearing this fuzzy like jacket from H&M, and then I was wearing this. So it kind of like went. I think it was kind of cute, and that's what I was wearing earlier because I had to like come home and I had needed something that I had at home, and so I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and change again, and so that's what I wore. But the tote bags, I love, and all those bags. I mean, I have them all, and I love them all. I'm from Houston as well. What part of Houston are you in Sergio? I'm kind of like Post Oak. No, not Post Oak. I live on the other side of the freeway, so I guess it's like River Oaks. I think that's what it's called. It's not necessarily you don't get. It's not necessarily Montrose. I don't know if it's River Oaks. I really don't know. Um, I would like show you the map, but then I would reveal my location. But it's not too far from Memorial Park, but it's like kind of by the Galleria. So I don't know, but I live kind of like Galleria area. I live from the River Oaks district, like not too far. Like I could actually walk there from the River Oaks district. So I don't know what area is that considered, but I could literally walk to the Hermes store if I wanted to in like 20 minutes and 15 minutes. Um, hey, would you ever consider moving to LA? Piece of life? Probably not. I don't know. I'm not. I like to visit LA, but I'm not a big LA person. I don't know. I'm not a big LA person. I think if I were to move cities after this lease ends, I would honestly either move to Miami, I would either move to Chicago, I would either move back to Dallas, or I would live here in Houston, or I would live in London for a little bit. I don't know how that visa and things work for that, but I think most likely if I don't end up staying here, I probably will end up moving to Chicago, and I want to live in. I forgot the city. I always forget everything, but Lincoln Park. I think that's what it's called. I want to live in Lincoln Park if I do move to Chicago. Um, I think that's what it's called, or like in Boys Town, something like that, the neighborhood in Chicago. But it's either here or Chicago. I either stay in Houston, Chicago, or Miami. Out of those three, that's where I kind of want to move next. That's kind of like my plan. But probably LA, probably not in the near future. But I don't mind visiting LA. But I would much rather live in any other. I'd rather live in the cities that I like as of now. What are your thoughts on the Coach Road bags? This is Anthony Gomez. I love the Coach Road bags. I like how they kind of reintroduced them last year, and I like how the displays, how they had like all these like different rows of leather, and like how they kind of like did the kind of like the whole thing for it. Actually, one of the store managers at the North Park store, she invited me for the event, but I had some things come up that day. She invited me like a day or two prior, so I already had prior commitments, so I couldn't go. But I like the Rogue bag. I think it's really really pretty, and I'm happy that they reintroduced it. And I feel like it should be kind of like their staple bread and butter, where they never discontinue it. I feel like Coach needs to have like one or two or maybe even three bags that will always be in the line no matter what. I think for especially you see that more towards Tory Burch now that they're kind of I wouldn't call Tory Burch more of a content. I think they're moving slowly towards that designer price point. I think even I wouldn't even consider MCM super contemporary because it's kind of expensive now. So I would like the Tory Burch Eleanor is like now 750. Lee Roswell is like 900 or $1,000, or the Lee Roswell kind of softer ones are like well over 1,000. So those are more like designer price points. So I don't know. I think Coach needs to do what like Tory Burch is doing, kind of have those classic ones because honestly, I don't see Tory Burch getting rid of the Eleanor or the Lee Roswell in the next 10 years. I honestly feel like they're gonna stay in that line for season after season. It's gonna be like their core as they're trying to move towards more of that designer price point, that designer level. You even see like that invested in Nordstrom, Saks, and Nordstrom, Saks, and Neiman's. They all have hardened shops now. So usually Nordstrom is not known for having hardened shops. Normally, everything looks like Nordstrom fixtures. But we're gonna start seeing within the next year, it's gonna start looking more like Palacio Hierro, like in Mexico, or like Harrods, or like stores like that, like Birders, where they have kind of like sections, like it looks like a Tory Burch boutique inside of Nordstrom. Like the Houston Galleria has one. Um, and you go into Saks and Neiman's, it doesn't look like a Tory Burch boutique, but they have the Tory Burch actual fixtures. So you're gonna start seeing that from more brands going forward. But I think with Coach, I would definitely love to see that from them, having more of hardened shops into the store and kind of having more core product that never ever goes away. Like that's their clean cut and classic. I would love to see that. Sergio, what's all the stuff in the diptyque candles in your bathroom? Uh, I have. My retinol cream that I got in Mexico that's been making my skin clear. I have tweezer mint tweezers. I have a rose ink brow. I have a Tom Ford brow. I think I have a rose ink concealer, and I think that's it. I think that's all I have in the little cup. But the retinol takes a good chunk of it. But I leave it there, the retinol, because I don't want it to leave it like that. I like leave it kind of straight, and it reminds me to keep on using it, because if I put it, for me, I have to see things. If I put things in drawers and closets and stuff like that, I forget about them. That's why my shoes, I kind of like to leave them all like here, because then I forget about wearing them. If I leave them in the cabinets or whatever, I forget that I have them. So for me, that's why you see like my closet. I like to visually see everything. I don't like to put my winter stuff like in a storage unit or put it folded somewhere else, or like in a storage unit here in my apartment. I like to see everything because it makes me use it. Versus if it's a cabinet and stuff, I forget to use it. But yeah, I cleaned it up pretty good. It came out everything good. I actually have another dippy candle I'm about to finish that I need to clean out for it. Um, Hummingbird LD says, "Hi, bought 2 hero bags after your video. Well, hopefully you love them. I definitely want to add more Coach bags very, very soon into my collection. Uh, but next Friday, I have a very fun video where it's a designer haul where I'm going to show you a lot of new items, and I have 3 items that are from brands that I've never had in my collection. So be prepared for that. But there's a lot more fun videos coming up next Friday. But yes, after kind of like I get kind of have my moments with them, I feel like that's when I'm gonna go for a little bit more other bags. Carla Mauricio says, "Hi Sergio, what's the best department to work for in Nordstrom? Cosmetics, shoes, or accessories? Or accessories, I mean like handbags or jewelry, and I'm explaining, or sunglasses. I'm explaining to you why. Accessories is probably the easiest job because you're not working in the men's floor, let's say, or like women's floor. Let's be honest, the typical woman is a little bit picky, as you should, especially if you're spending $200 on jeans or $100 on a shop top, $1,000 on a Lafayette blazer, as you should be picky because that's a lot of money. But let's say for me, I go into the women's department or the men's department. Well, I'm looking for so and so, and then you have to show them all the options. And if certain doesn't fit, you have to bring this. And if it doesn't, and sometimes you show them like 10 options and they don't like any of it and they don't buy it. So now you have to stuck back, you have to fold all the jeans by the correct size. You have to make sure everything is good. Or as if they want to get alterations. So they try on 10 pairs of jeans, then you have to get them altered and you have to take care of that customer. And then, oh, they want to, look at, a t-shirt, a white t-shirt, and you show them like 5 white t-shirts. Oh, I don't like any of them. So they just end up buying the jeans, and that took maybe 2 hours out of your time. And you get customers like that, or sometimes you get customers that are like easy, like I want this and that. But there's more work to selling in clothing. Clothing is very hard to sell, because you have to. People are, now that there's so much competition in clothing, like, why am I buying this? This is a sweater from Topshop, so it's like retail. I think now, I don't know how much it's called. Like, let's say $80 retail. I bought it on Nordstrom Rack, but so if I'm buying this, like, why would I buy this when I can go to Zara at the mall? I can go see what Macy's has in the mall. So there's so much competition in clothing. So, and then the commission in clothing is 6.75. That's like, honestly, that's fucking nothing. Like, I would not be working for no 6.75 commission unless it's like a client who I already work with, like let's say in accessories or shoes or something, and they want to get up. That's like an upsell, yes, but there's no way in hell I'm working commission for 6.75. You're telling me I'm only making $12 and some change for selling a pair of Page jeans, plus taxes taken out, so like $9, and I have to do all this entire work? Absolutely not. I'm sorry, I'm just not going to do it. So for me, and I know I take a long time to explain everything, and I answer every question, but I like to give honest questions. Um, it's just not worth it. And especially since they have a very liberal return policy. Oh, you wear it out for that one night. Oh, I'm gonna go return it the next day. Or I wear it for 6 months and I don't like it. You're out there living your best day. You're about to start a shift. And you clock in, you check your number. Boom, that pant, or you see it that you helped that customer 3 hours with, or an hour, 30 minutes, that were so picky or difficult. And as you should be picky and difficult, especially if it's something that's gonna be on your body, that it should look good because you should be feeling your best. And you see a return right there, and now you have to damage it out and send it to NQC. That's a slap on the face. I'm sorry, that really is. Or like, so for me, clothing, all that, maybe lingerie. I could see lingerie because that's kind of intimate. When I worked at Victoria's Secret, it was more easier to sell lingerie because they're lower price points and things kind of add up. But women's clothing, absolutely not. I would not work no women's clothing at Nordstrom. I would do either shoes because the commission's 10% off, 10%. So for every $100, it's $10. Nordstrom is known for shoes, and Nordstrom, out of all the department stores, they have the best shoe selection. Believe it or not, they carry $50 vans, $60 vans, all the way to $1,000 Valentino shoes, Chanel shoes on certain locations, depending on your location. But I would for me, I would either pick shoes just because the commission's there and people go for Nordstrom more for shoes. If and most of Nordstrom's full line volume comes from shoes. I would work in accessories, like I said. Let's say these are all the bags, right? Oh, I want to see this bag. Okay, let me unlock it for you. You look at the bag, you look at yourself out, and then you decide right then and there. Not right then and there. Maybe you like unlock and they try on all these different bags. So you unlock it, you look at the bag. Oh my god, I love it. I want it. Okay, put it back in. Let me lock it. Let me get you one. Let me see if there's one in the back. If not, I'm gonna show you this one. Or let's say they try on like 10 bags. Let's say they try on all the bags and it all gets messed up, right? And so at the end of the day, when the customer leaves, all you have to do is literally put them all back and censor them. You don't have to be running around, putting the jeans back in the size, doing this whole thing. When handbags and accessories easy, especially fine jewelry too. You just show the item right then in the counter. They don't want it, put it back in. Even if you do take a long time, it's not a big as a mess. So for me, I would either work in jewelry, accessories, like anything, sunglasses, soft accessories, handbags, or jewelry, shoes. And if you like beauty, beauty's not that bad, but there's a lot of catty people in beauty, but you do get a lot of gratis, especially if you work for a certain brand or if you're a beauty stylist, you get a lot of gratises, especially if you're a high volume Nordstrom. All those vendors will love you because, the beauty bio. Because I had a friend that was a beauty stylist, and she was like, she sold like three beauty bios. I'm not even sure I'm supposed to say this. We're just saying educational, allegedly. Three beauty bios, those big $300 kits, and she got one for free. And so I texted my mom and said, "Do you want one?" And she said, "Yeah." So she sold one, and then the actual stylist sold one to a family member, and then she just had to sell one to some random person, to like a client. She got one for free. So there's a lot more like gratisy things in department stores than let's say like a Sephora and Ulta. But jewelry, accessories, shoes, that's the only thing that I would work in. And if I were to go back in sales, it would either be in that, unless if it's like a very like high end designer store like Brunello Cucinelli or like Etro, because that's a different type of clientele. But honestly, accessories, beauty, or shoes, if I'm being honest, that's what's really worth your time. Especially in 2021, 2022, we're in 2022, we don't play no games. Our time is valuable. And accessories, bridge handbags, contemporary 6.75% commission. Designer is 8.75% commission. Jewelry is 9% commission. And beauty, you get so you work in commissions, you don't make a base pay. But if you work in beauty, you make a good hourly. And if you do apply, try to notch it up a couple more dollars because chances are they'll give it to you. So if they offer you $15, aim for 18. They'll probably give it to you. And so you can make $18 an hour plus 3% commission on everything else you make, everything else you sell in the store. So hopefully that helps out. It answered the question. Sorry, that was like a long response, but I wanted to give you like an honest opinion and thought. I can see this Red Bull making me a little hyper. Product Junkie says, "Hi, how are you?" Carla says, "No, he hates LA." Yeah, I do. Not gonna sit here and lie. Yeah, I'm just not an LA type of boy. I'm not a Cali person. I like San Diego a lot, and I like Malibu. That's about it. And I like the outlets and Disneyland. Hi guys, just arrived. Happy to be here. Thank you for being here, Elizabeth. Appreciate you. Robbie says, "Hi Sergio. I hope you're having a great Friday. I would love to know what you think about the Balenciaga Everyday Excess Tote. I believe I know what you're talking about, but for me, I'm just gonna Google it up for you real quick, just so I exactly know which one I'm talking about." Oh, I love it. I had this one in a hot pink bag, and the leather was really nice. It held up pretty well, and it's very easy to wipe it in and out. I would use baby wipes to clean the inside if I had like debris or whatever. I like it. I think it's cute. I'll say Balenciaga has recently grown. I know I was not a big Balenciaga fan, but some of their bags are growing on me. I like more of their accessories more than their clothing. I don't really even like their shoes. I like their handbags and some of their sunglasses and maybe like other like Nixonaks, but that's about it. But I'm starting to really like Balenciaga bags again, but not sure if I would add one anytime soon. Everybody new. Omg, hi Sergio from Austin Gateway Rack. How are you? Thank you so much for helping me that one day. when I was in Austin. I always be all around. I may not like the days that you don't see me post like on social media is the days where like I'm actually like busy, but I always pop in and I do my rounds on a lot of different things. But thank you so much for being on the live. Hello, new here, exciting. Miss C Sunshine, thank you so much for being here. OMG, yes, you remembered. I've been visiting up the Galleria often too. Hopefully, we'll bump into each other. Yes, I am. I'm at the Galleria more than you would think, just because it's really not that far. And sometimes I always have like little things to get done. So like right now, I'm still waiting on my Roberto Coin necklace to get sent back from repair. I have a Gucci hat sent on repair. And then I'm always at that rack too, that Nordstrom rack by the Galleria. I'm always at that one because that lady that works there, that Asian lady, she does such a good job on alteration, like such a good job. Like I've already been to her a few times, and everything that she takes her time because a lot of people go to her, but she does such a good job. So those are kind of my hotspots. I'm either at the Galleria, River Oaks District, or I'm at that Nordstrom rack. Those are kind of my three places that I'm at quite frequently. And even I'm at Flower Child quite a bit too. You'll probably see me there on my laptop sometimes. Um, Gemma McLean says, Sergio, I was just shopping and found a pair of new Golden Goose Authentic. They were $8 and had a coupon and paying $4.50 and for them, and they're listed at Nordstrom for $5.30. Oh my god, you find a pair of Golden Gooses for $4.45. Girl, you know what probably happened? They probably saw the pair of Golden Gooses. They saw the pair of Golden Gooses, like, oh my god, these are dirty. These are dirty. Let's list them for, I guess $8. They're already dirty. And so whenever you found them, you're like, jokes on you because they're supposed to be dirty, assuming they're the classic ones, not like the super clean ones. And you end up getting a score. So congratulations. Hopefully they're your size and you're using them. If not, I mean, that's a pretty good flip or a pretty good gift for somebody. But I feel like that's what Loki kind of happened because I always tell the story, but like my dad, like one time he was like, "Mijo, ven pa acá. ¿Necesitas dinero para otros zapatos?" And I was wearing my Golden Gooses that my friends got me for my birthday, and I was like, "No, like, what do you mean?" It's like, "Te miro tus zapatos bien sucio, mijo. ¿De verdad no quieres para que te compres unos zapatos?" And I was like to buy new shoes because my Golden Gooses look dirty. And I explained to him how they're supposed to be dirty, and he was so shocked. He's like, "People actually pay for that." And then I took him to like North Park a couple of days later, and then I showed him like all the fixtures, and you could see all these girls and guys wearing Golden Gooses. He was like so shocked. He was like, "Dang, I never thought in my life I would see people actually buy purpose used dirty." But I don't know. I'm a big fan of Golden Gooses. Popular country belief. I kind of like them. Let's see. Hi Sergio, love your style. Are Golden Goose true to size? Yes. I have one that my first ones were a pair of 41s and a half, and they were way too big, and I sold those. I have 41 and a 40. The 40 kind of hurt to break them in, but now that I broke them in, they're like the perfect size. And I have 41, and I feel like they're a little tad too big. So I'd say they're true to size. My true size is a 40 and a half. Like, so I usually go 41 or 40. I don't usually get 40 and a half just because a lot of brands don't have 40s and a halves, but I'm usually a 40 or a 41. And I would say the Golden Gooses, I would say it's a true 40. They fit me absolutely perfect because the 41s are way too big on me. And I feel like if I got a 40 and a half, they would be too big. The 40s fit me absolutely perfect with or without socks. Anyway, I wanted to tell you because I get so happy when you find things at the rack and just sales in general. Oh my god, I found so many cute stuff at the rack today. I bought this sweater today. I was gonna wear it tonight, but honestly, I think I'm just gonna wear it another day. I have like another outfit that I wanted to wear, but I bought this today. It's like Topshop. I know it's not like designer, but I got it for like $20 from like $100. I'm like, at one moment, the Topshop get kind of expensive, and then I bought my dad a Rod and Gun shirt. I bought my dad an aloe tank top, but low-key, I'm gonna take it for myself. And then I bought All Things little jacket for me. So I did find like a little bit of things. I didn't find like designer items this time around. Oh, and I bought a pair of Agody jeans too. Miss Thing loves her Agodis for like $33 from like they were mistagged. They said the retail was like 130. I'm like, no, ma'am, they're not 130. The Agody retails they at least start at 177. I mean 188 or 178, but they just recently had a price increase like 188, 189, 198. But yes, the Nordstrom Mexican in Houston kind of blessed me a little bit. But I'm kind of here for this little blue sweater. I don't really wear like a lot of color, but I like how this kind of gives me like kind of like the chase color. Oh, nice. I live around there. We should have a bite sometime. Oh my god, definitely. I need to know like more people. I feel like I hang around with like the same like three people, which there's nothing wrong with that because I low-key kind of like that. But I feel like I am a very creature of habit, so I feel like I need to like branch out a little bit. Elizabeth says, I OMG, I love Chicago. Oh my god, I love Chicago. Like I want to go back to Chicago so soon. I literally was telling my friend, I'm like, should I go to Chicago like this weekend? And then that weekend, my cousin's coming over to celebrate her birthday, and so now I have to accommodate that like the second week of April, and then because I'll be in Dallas like not this weekend, but the weekend after that, I'm going to Dallas for like 2 weekends straight, and then I think I have to go to Austin for a couple days, and then I have to be here in Houston to accommodate that. So I'm thinking maybe going to like Chicago maybe like in May. But because I think last time that I went was in May last year and I had so much time. Oh my god, that's such a whole story time within itself. How I went to Chicago. Oh my god, that's such a story time within itself. But I love Chicago, and it's gonna remind me of like all the things that I did last year, which I was kind of crazy last year. That's that's a whole story time, baby. Comment if you remember when I went to Chicago. So basically, actually, I'll give you a little bit of detail. So I ended up because y'all are my friends. So I ended up I was like, I had went out that Friday, and then I was like, should I go to Chicago? And I called one of my friends, like, should I go to Chicago? And he was like, sure. And so I booked the flight, and then I woke up the next morning because I had to work. I did an opening shift at Nordstrom, and I'm like, did I really? I'm like, what happened? I said, did I really book it? Because I thought it was a dream. So I ended up booking it, right? And that same day, they got that whole designer NQC truck, right? And I just had got, I think it was like the 21st. So I just had gotten paid from YouTube. So like, good, I don't have to take money out of my savings account or extra money from my checking account. So I don't have to, so I can save it for Chicago. So that same day, girl, Miss Thing went to the rack and spent like $3,000. But if you remember that haul, I got a Balenciaga bag, a Chloe bag, Versace $3,000 blazer that would pay for everything, Burberry, like all this stupid stuff. And then so I had to like, I had left early. I left when my manager didn't notice, like 2 hours early. I was supposed to work on Sunday and Monday. I caught out both of those days. And so, no, I didn't call out. Yeah, I did. And so then I had to go home, and then I almost missed my flight, and then I had to go home, and I had to like I had already kind of packaged my things that same morning, so I had to like rip everything off, and so I had to repackage everything, and then I had a big. That's when I got like a first package from Michael Kors, and so I had like all these Michael Kors boxes, and I opened them up, and then I got so emotional, then I started crying. I was just so, oh my god, like I can't believe my YouTube channel is going somewhere, and then I had like another package. So I had to like leave all that there because I wanted to like bring the things. So I like started doing all these outfit changes, blah 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 blah. And then by the time I landed in Chicago, it was already going to be nighttime. So I already needed to have my nighttime outfit. And so I ended up putting everything in the luggage, like 2 luggages, threw my entire life in there. And then, no, actually, I think I had a carry on. So I put everything in my carry on and then my St. Laurent tote. And so I had my own, the outfit that I was going to wear out in there. And then so I ended up flying to Chicago. Girl, this is the whole story. I ended up flying to Chicago that same night, like an hour later. And I was like all emotional, like all over the place. Like, am I really going to Chicago? Like, is this really happening? And so I ended up going to Chicago. And then I had like such like the lot like those entire days I had so much fun, and it was like so spontaneous. So I want to go back to Chicago. It was so much fun, but there's so much that I'm missing out in those stories. But that's kind of like the summary. But I love Chicago. As you can see, I'm popular country belief. I'm actually quite crazy, and so then and then we had went out, and then I had everything in my friend's truck, and so in his truck, I was like, girl, make sure I'm not getting no setup. Like, I don't want my shit to go missing. And no, everything was fine. Like, everything ended up working out. I had like the entire time of my life. Like, I love Chicago, so I definitely want to go back there. Okay, Sergio. If you were to do a bag giveaway, what bag would you give away from your collection? Um, honestly, I would probably give a bag that I already have, but I'll just buy a new one for you guys. Honestly, I would probably do the Loewe basket bag or Tory Burch Eleanor, just because it's about to be summertime season. So I want you guys to get into the spring and summer vibes. So I feel like something like this, a lot of you guys would appreciate. Or I'll honestly put like a picture of this or like that. Like, I'll put like 3 options and like take a picture, like all the ones that I have. And then once the giveaway winner like is chosen, you can just pick whichever one you want. And instead of me like buying it, I would just ask you for your address, and then I would just like ship it to you instead of me having to buy it and then shipping it. But as you can see, I ain't quite crazy. My friend just texted me like, girl, what are you saying in your life? So let's see. Yes, come to Chicago so we can dine and shop. Yes. Oh my God, I love Chicago. And then we went to Michigan Avenue, and then we had went to Prada store, and that's when I wanted the bucket hat, and back then it was sold out. And then my friend wanted to buy it for me, like super, super bad. I'm like, girl, this size medium is not gonna fit me. Girl, hot ass mess, but I love my entire time in Chicago. Like I would not have it any other way. Everything worked out perfectly. Oh, then I had like tacos, girl. I was saying at my friend's house, girl. I had like tacos, girl. I was eating that real Chicago food. That's that real like Southside Chicago stuff. Like so good. Like I had the time of my life. Like honestly, that's why I love to do spontaneous stuff. Are you going to get the Marc Jacobs tote bag? Eventually, yes. Not well. Technically, this one is leather. It's patent leather. But as far as like a regular one, I probably do want one, and I probably kind of want the red one. Somebody asked me that on a Q&A a couple of days ago, and I actually quite like it. I would probably not get the big size. Well, actually, I make it a big size because I actually want something for my laptop and everything. And I've been using my Acro tote from Bottega, and it gets really dirty. But I know during the summertime, these are going to be like good laptop bags. No, actually, I think I would get the mini size. I think the mini size is perfect for every day, and I really like this size. I, I think the medium's like not. It's kind of like that inconvenience size where like I can't fit my laptop, but yeah, I feel like I have to carry more stuff. So I would either get the mini one or the large one, but honestly, I would get the mini one just because like literally like I'll do a little what's in my bag for you guys because I was using this. So I have my glasses, silverware from Flower Child, even though I ate it at home. I have this Prada pouch. I have a face mask because you need one when you go to the post office. I have receipts. I have a card case. I have $6 in cash. Charger. I'm that type of girl that just throws everything. I have another wallet. Ooh, my ID. I have my debit card, a lip balm, another receipt, gum, a Byredo hand cream, a Hermes fragrance, AirPods without an AirPod case, $15, a mini Chanel number 5, and that's what I have. And so that's like a perfect size. Like that's all I really need. Everything, even though everything's like thrown in there. But I was wearing my Antigona later, and I had to go, so I just threw everything inside. But I think the mini one's the perfect size, at least for me. And I like that it comes with the thicker guitar strap too, and that you can buy like little charms for it and stuff like that. I like how they're more customizable nowadays versus when they initially came out. I need to know this too. Armani Green to Chanel is my favorite. I kind of fell out of love with Chanel. I think for me, my favorite designer brand is like Bottega, The Rose, Saint Laurent, Prada. But I'll say Saint Laurent is my favorite brand to BH. The Marc Jacobs leather tote. Your thoughts? I just explained it, but oh, I love it. I have 3 of them. Well, two, a fuzzy one, a denim one, and then this pattern one. I was gonna get one with the collaboration that I have next week, which you'll see next Friday. But I just feel like in every collaboration that I do with that company, I always get a tote bag. If you guys know, get my drift. And so I was like, I want to spice it up and get new brands that I don't have. But I probably will end up getting another tote bag at some point, probably before summer, once I kind of start all my summer traveling. And I think the Chicago trip's probably going to be the first one, or maybe the London trip. So I really, really like the tote bags, but I prefer the mini size. Um, let's see. Are you left-handed? Yes, I am left-handed. I actually played like professional baseball for like 5 years. Like when I was younger as a kid, my parents were like, they had all these dreams about me playing like baseball because you're left-handed. Apparently, it's better. Blah 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 blah. I'm actually still good at baseball though. If somebody tries me at baseball, I'm actually good and I actually pay attention to baseball. Believe it or not. Is your ring finger, index finger the same? Mm, I like to say yes. And which side is your hair, left or right? This is my left, this is my right, so it goes kind of like that. So I don't know how to answer that. Like I guess the width goes towards the right, but yeah, hopefully that answers all your questions. I want the Marc Jacobs leather tote bag. I mean, it's really great. I mean, I love it. Like I said, I like the smaller sizes. I probably wouldn't go for anything bigger unless I want the 550 version and to have my laptop. But in that case, I already have other items that fits my laptop. I would want kind of like a cute kind of everyday one, and something like this would be perfect. What is my favorite fragrance? This is Armani Green. Armani Green. I actually went to high school with somebody named Armani Green. Let it be the same person that I went to high school with. My favorite fragrance is Bibliothèque by Byredo, which is the hand cream that I have here. I actually was wearing it today at Nordstrom Rack, and one of the managers like passed by. You know, for me, it's like very like Nordstrom culture. Like I know how to kind of like talk to people, and she just was like, she was just had her little like her little clipboard. She like, sir, you smell so good. And so Bibliotech is what I get the most compliment on. Tom Ford Ombre Leather is my second compliment on, and then Black Saffron by Byredo is my third compliment on, and then my fourth fragrance that I get compliment on is Spice Bomb by Victor and Rolf, and then my fifth one is Yves Saint Laurent La Homme. Those are my top five, but I would say Tom Ford Ombre Leather and Bibliotech for whatever reason. Those are the ones that I get the most complimented on. So for me, I like all the fragrances regardless of what they smell like. Like I like them, but I also go by people's reaction towards them. And Bibliotech, I'll get so many compliments during the day or transitioning to like nighttime. And at nighttime, Tom Ford Ombre Leather is something that really people like. I used to be really into like perfumes, like I guess like would you would say like consider women's perfumes. I have Chanel Chance and By the Fireplace by Maison Margiela. I don't really wear a lot. I flower bomb, but I used to wear perfumes, but I prefer the smells of men's cologne a little bit better. I like them to be a little bit more musky, like or like a little bit more intense fragrances. Not it doesn't smell super sweet. I feel like super sweet kind of reminds you of a Bath and Body Works candle. I think I want the new blush color one. Elizabeth says, "What do you have any ethereal bags I've been eyeing from the brand?" So when I went to Neiman Marcus to look at the bags, normally it's not a brand that I would personally look at, ethereal or ethereal bags, but girl, they're kind of like giving the Texas fantasy. Like some of them have like those little blue stones, you know, like from people from the country. They like, especially the women, to be having like the little stone earrings, the little stone necklaces, or like the belts. They like have all these like stones on them, and they look kind of cute. And so they kind of remind like the paisley little prints in the bags, or like the little bag that has like the little ethereal kind of like little horse on it. Girl, they gave me the Texas fantasy. And like recently, with I don't know if it's like the rodeo too, and maybe that I now live in Yeehaw, Houston, even though Dallas is Texas. I find it's more westerny here. And so, girl, I look, it kind of gives me the Western fantasy. Like, I like to dress a little bit cowboy. I have like a little bit of cowboy stuff. And so I feel like it would be like the perfect thing to like take to the rodeo or take to like bars and like clubs or like restaurants that are a little bit more kind of country vibes. And I like to dress kind of country a little bit, popular country belief. But ethereal bags are really pretty, and I would love to have one. The one that I had, the one that I saw at Neiman's that I really like had like all the little blue little rocks on them. I don't know what you call them. Those stones, and girl, those look cute. Like I was like, oh my god, gives me the Texas fantasy. I'm here for them. So at Throwback, I would love to add one. And their clothes Loki kind of give me that westerny vibe too. I would not pay full price for Ethro ready to wear, but I wouldn't mind paying full price for a Ethro bag if I'm gonna wear it and use it. And since I love Texas a lot, then I don't see why not. And it gives me that yeehaw fantasy. And I can also wear it in Mexico too. When I go in a rancho, like when I have those rancho parties, and you know they're playing Grupo Firme or whatever they're playing, girl, it gave me the Mexico fantasy. So it could be my Mexico bag. Not when I'm in the city like in Monterrey or like Querétaro, but girl, when I'm down in the rancho, girl, I feel like it gives me the entire fantasy. When you know when there's like vacas and stuff, like cows, and you're milking the cows and all that stuff, it gives me the fantasy. Me too. I forgot my name. That's beautiful as well. Speaking of Coach, I bought the soft tabby in vanilla. 10 recommend. Okay, that's good. The soft tabby, I like. I think it's the soft one. I've seen it. I think it's the one that has like a little bit of a shorter strap and then the longer strap. I do like it. I like anything honestly from the tabby collection. Has not let me down. There's some colorways that I'm questionable, but I have to keep in mind that I'm pretty basic when it comes to colors, versus some other people. Sergio, what do you think about Versace Jean Couture? And I like dressing, but down, but do not want the quality. So Versace Jean Couture, I like it. It's obviously going to be a diffusion line from actual Versace. I'm not a biggest fan of diffusion lines. Like I do not like Armani Exchange like at all. There's certain diffusion lines that I just cannot get down with. But Versace Jean Couture, I can get down with it. Um, I like the more vintagey stuff that you can find online than the newer stuff. But Versace Jean Couture is very hit or miss. Like the wallets and the bags and the shoes and the accessories, I probably wouldn't wear. But the actual clothing from Versace Jean Couture, I actually really like a lot. I think it's such a moment. It's super cute. It's super flashy. but I would honestly go for the clothing more than the accessories. I'm not a big fan of the Versace Jean Couture accessories. Uh, I was saying, but you know, you want the quality. I guess maybe you're assuming like the Jean Couture quality. The Jean Couture quality is pretty good. It's actually pretty decent, so you don't have to worry about the quality on Versace Jean Couture. It's actually pretty good. Hey Sergio, I want to sell some of my designer bag sunglasses. What is the best way to sell it? If they are designer, try quoting them through Fashion File. For me, Fashion File does pretty good quotes because if you do it on the real, you have to consign it through them. You have to wait for it to sell, and then if you want your items back, and sometimes they don't treat your items well, so it's a little bit more. I'm like playing with a little perfume, as you can see, um, but um, I would do Fashion File, see how much they quote you for, and then I would sell on Poshmark if you're okay with that 20% hit, and or sell it on eBay. Now the thing is with those things, make sure when you go and ship it in the post office, actually wait the line to get the actual weight of the item scanned, or actually bring a friend or a family member. I remember like when I do closet sales, like I just recently had one and I have to ship everything out. Actually, I think I'm gonna ship half of it out tonight, and then probably tomorrow I'll ship the rest of it, or I'll just ship all of it tomorrow before I go to Austin. Well, it's a day trip, so I'll be back later, and I can just ship it after, because the things won't get shipped out till Monday morning, when it's collection time. But that's neither here or there. But um, the things, you have to record yourself shipping it off, and the reason is because my one of my very first vlog sales and one of my very first sales on Poshmark, people will try to say there's something that's not there, try to scam you, and then you kind of lose out in it. So good thing for me, I always record it. Maybe you have an extra phone or like a camera, and I would always bring a friend, like my friend Connie, like back in the original days, like the OG when I lived at my parents' days, when I sold all those Michelle watches, when I sold all those designer bags, like the really expensive ones. I just always record everything and have everything insured. If you just sell it through like eBay or Mercari and stuff like that. I know Poshmark, they change it now. It's like $500. They'll authenticate it, and I think Mercari too over a certain amount. But I would just be very cautious about how you go about selling them, just because there's a lot of people scamming. But also, I would notice too that local consignment stores are they're kind of expensive, and so since they're kind of expensive, they actually buy out the items and then actually give you a pretty decent buyout plan. So I would go to your local consignment stores, try quoting on Fashion File, and if you don't like either of them, try selling them yourself. But go on eBay and Poshmark and all those websites and look at what the selling price is, like the sold price, and kind of prices it maybe like 10 or 20% a little bit higher, just in case you want to negotiate a little bit, or maybe you'll just wake up one morning and the item is sold. But that's how I'll kind of go about it. But always, if you do ship it out yourself, please record yourself. Trust me, I saved myself a couple racks just by doing that. Even if you're out here thinking, oh, nothing's gonna happen to me, no, you gotta make sure every single time. Joker YT says, hey man, hey, how are you? I love you, Sergio. Who was the winner of the Coach bag? The winner of the Coach bag, I announced it like on I think the last live stream. But her name was Sandy. I know her name. This was the winner of the giveaway, Sandy Perez. She won the giveaway for the Coach Heart bag. But I should be having another giveaway soon. So yeah, I kind of remember things. I have a pretty decent memory. G, I love you. You're so honest. Peace of life. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Saks has a great shoe department in New York City also. Yes, well, Saks is from Saks Fifth Avenue, so New York. But I've seen kind of like, I've seen it all, and their shoe department is beautiful. Actually, here in the Houston Galleria, they have like 30,000 shoes in the any given time in their stock room, like in their women's shoes. That's Saks Fifth Avenue is one of their top volume Saks in the entire company. Actually, all those stores that are at the Houston Galleria, that rent is not cheap, and all those stores make money. That's a flagship Saks. When there was a Gucci X Balenciaga collection, they got the Balenciaga portion of it. That little thing that says coming soon, I hear that's going to be like a Balenciaga boutique inside of Saks. Um, but that the Saks in Houston Galleria, girl, it's popping. It's pretty good. They have a really. It's not. They don't, I feel like they don't have as much as Neiman's. I feel like Neiman's is a little too crowded in merchandise. But Neiman Saks is very spaced out, but their selection of the actual item that they have is pretty good. True, Nordstrom has like a lot of shoes that Neiman's does not purchase. Yes, um, Nordstrom purchases a lot. Like Nordstrom has like a lot more brands uh like Mac and Mac. Like Saks and Neiman's doesn't carry that. That's like a Nordstrom brand. Certain brands have kind of not contracts with the vendors, like, but sometimes they'll be like, oh, for certain seasons you can only sell to us, and then after that you can sell anybody else. Like they kind of have all these little agreements. It's all very political. Everything that you see behind the scenes is very, 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 very political. Like in a sense where, like, I'm Prada, you cannot be here, or we'll pull. Like it's very political. These brands and these companies, these department stores, do not play around with stuff like that. But there's a lot of politics that run behind all that stuff, and I've seen it firsthand. Shoes with a high pace with a lot of running back and forth, trying to keep track of customers, but the 10% made it worth it. See, we have somebody agreeing with me. It is 100% true. You're gonna, it's a lot, but you're gonna lose a lot of weight. You do a lot of cardio. My friend Steven, when he came from the rack, and I remember he was so shy. He was actually older than me. He would think at the time he was like 24. I think now he's like 26, 27. Sergio, like, please give me your advice. And girl, after like a couple months after I gave him all, oh, Sergio, I got this. Like, what? And he lost weight, girl. He's already fit, but he got even more fit. He told me he didn't have to do cardio at the gym no more because all that lifting of shoes and stuff, like you'll kind of get like a little bit fit without even trying. Just don't try to get a lot of those sugary drinks at the E-bar though. That's a real team. Okay, what y'all know about the E-bar drinks? Work smart, not hard. Thumbs up the video. Yes, if we can thumbs up the video, I'd appreciate it. Elizabeth says, hi, love your channel. Well, hi, I love you, Elizabeth. Thank you so much for being on the live stream. I appreciate you. Honestly, I would work in retail if it's a good sales option at the employee sales. So it depends the store. For me, I was already well connected within all the racks. Like I knew most of the store managers or like the employees. I got Kiki along with a lot. So a lot of people would already kind of like know my gustos, and like when NQCs would come in and stuff. Girl, and whenever the NQC at Chicago, girl, Misting girl, I grabbed my handbag keys. I put them right here. Girl, I got my little bag that I was wearing. Can I speak to the store manager, please? I'm like, hi, I work across the street. Have a quick lunch. Can I go into the back and look at all your NQCs? Honey, go for it. It's gonna be better because people aren't gonna be fighting for it. You can go for it. Girl, Miss Thing, I grabbed my cart, went to the back, looked at all the designer racks, the Burberry coats and everything. I even bought more things that I didn't even show you guys that I got for my mom and my dad. And then my little brother, my cousins. Girl, you got to know the right people, and you got to be nice, and you got to be humble all the time, or like last call anywhere. And honestly, it's just who you know, regardless if you're like a regular customer now that I am, or you work in retail, or you work at a particular store. Everyone's going to be who knows you and who likes you, who gets along with you. It's all very political. But for me, one thing about me, I'm always nice to everybody. I'm always sweet to everybody. I'm always respectful with everybody. And if I have a power of falling out or I don't get along with the person, I still respect them. If I see them, hi, how are you? I know people don't like to shake hands anymore, but I'm gonna say hi, how are you? So it's always about who you know. I got invited to a Chanel sample sale one time, but girl, I woke up late and I didn't end up going to that. But my friend got a lot of stuff. The last one last year through Neiman Marcus, girl, that's a whole other story too. It was the day before like a Neiman Marcus event, so I was like, no, I'm like, but I should have went. But it's honestly about who you know and who knows you, and be nice to people. Not even, don't even think about like what you're gonna get from it. It pays nice to be nice to people. There's so many ugly people, and not ugly people in a sense. There's just so many rude, disrespectful, a lot of hurt people out there. So you gotta be nice to people, and you know the universe blesses you right back. If I'm being honest. Maria Exima says, Sergio, where can I see the winner of the Coach bag? Well, I just said it, but I'll show it to you one more time. This was the winner right here, love, just in case if you want to see, you want to give it a little pause. Sandy _ Perez with 3 Z's. That was the winner of the Coach Heart Bag giveaway. Hit that like and subscribe. He's the best. Product Junkie 7. Oh, thank you so much, love. I appreciate it. Thank you. I also like Nordstrom Rewards because I'm not interested in getting a credit card, but yeah, because of the point system, yeah, you still qualify for all those points. Like versus Saks and Neiman's, you have to have a card. When Nordstrom, you don't have to have a card. I don't have a Nordstrom card. I never wanted one. I know when I worked there, they wanted me to get one, but girl, I did not want a credit card, girl. And when you worked at Nordstrom, you weren't allowed to use your credit card for employee purchase histories. But girl, no, ma'am, girl, ain't nobody telling me nothing, girl. I'm not paying my girl. I would not pay with my debit card, my little Star Wars. I'm actually a big Star Wars fan. Girl, Miss Thing would pay with my little credit card. I don't even know where it's at. It's probably thrown somewhere. I would pay with my credit card, girl. So not only did I get the employee discount, the Nordstrom points, but I also got points through my credit card. I'm like, shh, ain't nobody gotta know. But that's the real tea. But yeah, the reward system at Nordstrom is pretty good. And during sale season, girl, those $20 notes, and especially the double points today, come really fast. Oh, and then when you spend 150, you get $30 back, or 250 $50 back when you spend 300 or something like that. Those were the good days, girl. Well, even when they have them now, I take advantage of them too. Commentator says, I know D Squared, LV, Dior, and Off White have them. If you're a Dior employee, certain items at the end of the season or what it didn't sell, you get it for 80% off. I believe you get a Dior handbag or something like, or you get a one bag a year, something 80% off. I know you get seasonal merchandise 80% off. I know that for a fact. LV, there's an employee website that if you work for corporate, you can look it up on your own laptop. But if you work at a store, you cannot go look at it at the comfort of your own home. You have to be in the actual boutique to look at that. And you'll get things that are like damaged or like we're on the sales floor, like Neverfuls for like $250, like almost for like $300, shoes for like $150, ready to wear for like pennies on the dollars. D Squared and Off White, I don't know about those two brands because we don't have freestanding stores here in Texas, but that Dior and LV girl, I do know about that tea. I had a really close friend, God bless him, but girl, was always LV down, girl. He's looking up, having all that LV and Miss Thing, girl. That employee cell, bless him, girl. He actually had sold me some stuff through his employee cell. And then I ended up giving it to my mom and like the other people because you know me, I'm not a big LV girl, but oh, that makes me think of him. Rest in peace. Josue Jimenez says, "Hi Sergio, what are your thoughts on Luar Anna bag?" Let's see. Let's Google it up. Oh, I did see these. I think Nordstrom carries them now. Because I saw them on the Nordstrom. So I was like, "Oh, girl, it's considered space." I think. I'm gonna check. I think it is considered space. Spaces, yeah, it is space. So spaces are emerging brands for them. So it's gonna be like Totem, like those type of brands. Totem, Acne Studios, Sakai. Well, I really like that bag. I think the price point is really good, and I've seen it on Farfetch, and I was gonna buy it because it didn't seem like it was like a bad price point. I would actually love to have one. It's actually really pretty, and I've already looked at it, but you know sometimes I need like a picture to kind of look at everything. But it's pretty cute. I wouldn't mind having one in my collection. But they are pretty cute, and it's different. It's a great price point, under $300 for the most part. Forget my name, is Sergio. I like all this talk about the business and how department stores work. Really go ahead. I'm learning so much. Yeah, I mean, I talk a lot, but like for me, like we're already an hour in. This feels like I've been here for 5 minutes. So for me, I can just like talk. Like I just love to talk, and it just comes naturally. Like I'm not here like picking like girl, things come right into my head. And that's why I can like keep adding things to stories and stuff, like the Chicago story. Keep adding more things to it. Orange County, Costa Mesa is honestly the best city in Cali. Yes, it is. And South Coast Plaza, girl, is a good mall. Even though I hate the Saks at that one, the Saks one looks very ancient. But girl, I'm missing that Bloomingdale's and that Nordstrom. That Nordstrom has a Brunello Cucinelli shop in. The Bloomingdale's has a Bottega Veneta little boutique inside of it. They have so many nice stores at the mall. They have the only Miu Miu in that's a freestanding, because there's a Miu Miu inside Saks in Beverly Hills, but there's not a lot of Miu Miu stores. And there's one there. I know there's one in Miami Design District. There's one in Bal Harbor. I think like one in New York and Soho. So there's only like 4 or 5 Miu Miu stores. There actually used to be one here in Houston, one inside Saks, and then one outside of the mall. And then there used to be a Prada boutique too, but they took the Prada boutique out like a month ago, which is really sad. So now you can even shop ready to wear in Houston, which you would think Prada would be in Houston. It's Prada is such like a city girl brand. But yeah, South Coast Plaza has like a Moat, the only Moat in that West Coast. Girl, Miss Thing, Orange County does not play around. That Nordstrom Rack right across the street. thing, that Bloomingdale's too, everything. I like it because it's very casual, very relaxed, and that's what I kind of like. I used to be, I mean, I love my high paced city girl stuff. That's why I would want to live in Chicago. But girl, Costa Mesa, girl, I would love to retire there. Let me go have happy hour at a bar. Like, I mean, like at a bar in a patio. Like, sit myself down with my little Pomeranian, with my Goyard toe, the dog inside of it. That's such a vibe. But yes, Orange County, love, 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 love. It's too small for the tote for me. Don't do it. Um, I think we're talking about the Marc Jacobs. Um, it is. I mean, I don't think it's too small. I mean, it just depends what you're looking for. Uh, Elizabeth says, "I have a question. Are you familiar with Saks? They will not want to honor my $700 gift card. I called them back then and tried to get my gift card. It's 700. Is it promotional? Because if it's promotional and it expired, legally and technically, they cannot give it to you. I mean, they can. I mean, I feel like they should, because if you're bought something expensive, I feel like if it's a couple days past, I mean, through all these things that people are going through, all the things are going in the world, I feel like they should be a little bit understanding. But I don't know. But if you're supposed to get it and that gift card should still be valid if it's promotional, then you should be able to use it. And if it's like a regular gift card, regular gift cards don't expire, so you should be able to use it. I would contact corporate, see what they can do for you. Um, See what they can do for you. And if they don't try to want to give it to you, plus you're on the phone, so you don't have to be like, you can be like a little bit more like, raise your voice a little bit, but don't yell. Be a little bit professional, like stand your ground. And if not, say you're gonna report it to Better Business Bureau. If it's like, if it's within reason, if it's like, if it's a legit gift card, if it's like an actual gift card that they don't want to give to you, I would report it to the Business Better Bureau, because 9 times out of 10 they'll do the right thing. What y'all know about that? Because I know about that. Let's see. Uh, Versace bags in general are not the greatest quality. Only nylons are okay. Yeah, the Versace bags, they're nice, but I prefer their ready to wear and their accessories a little bit more. The bags I like, I really like. Actually, I really love them, but they are a little pricey for what they are. If I'm being honest, but they're ready to wear. I think they do really pretty, but they're not the best, but they're not the worst. Handbag wise, I love La Medusa collection, but they're ready to wear. I really, really love. Escada is a great alternative. The quality is so much better. Oh, I have been. Actually, there was an Escada boutique here in Houston, but they closed it, like a outlet. And then there was an Escada in Highland Park Village in Dallas years ago. But Escada is really good quality. Escada, and I feel like Emilio Pucci too. I feel like they kind of go hand in hand. Um, to me, like Golden Goose doesn't make any sense because they're not stitched around the sole. Yeah, they're kind of glued in. Like I know, like on the actual shoe, like on the side, you can actually see like where they kind of stop the strip. I mean, to each their own. I mean, Golden Gooses are very hit or miss. Some people love them, some people hate them, and I feel like that's why they came out with the Pure Star to kind of reach kind of like a newer audience. But I like them, but I can definitely see what you're talking about with that. What do you think is a good, reliable online shopping website to get good quality items from? Like designer items that are a really good deal that I always see is Essence. Essence always has like the price that you see. If you Google it up retail, sometimes it's a lot less. I think they're Canadian websites. I feel like it has to do with something like the conversion rate. But girl, Essence be having some good deals, especially on like current designer items like Saint Laurent, McQueen, Burberry, um, Balenciaga, all those brands. Yes, I would check Essence, and then Farfetch also has good things, and Louisa Via Roma, all those like online kind of designer, My Teresa too. Don't be sleeping on those Net-a-Porter. They be having some good stuff than the department stores. It's very hit or miss. Something that's only one of one, but something you get good stuff. I saw you went to the rack. Which one did you go to? Let me look it up. I don't really know the names like that. I went to the one in Buckner Hill. They had some good stuff. This is where I got this sweater from today. And then I went to the one center at Post Oak, which is the one just like super close to my apartment. Um, and I bought 3 items there, and then I bought 2 items at the other rack, and I spent like $150, $60, but I got like the one of the items cost $160, so I paid for everything. But those are the 2 racks that I like to go to. I've been to other racks, in Houston, but those are the only two that I like. The one that I didn't really like, that was really disappointed, was the one in Sugarland. That was my least favorite one. Or Givenchy, instead of Versace jeans, they have great nylons. Oh, I think Givenchy has good nylons too. Um, I do like Givenchy a lot. That's a brand that I have a little bit of pieces of ready to wear too. AJ HR says, hi there. Hi, how are you? We have to hit the thumbs up for Sergio. Yes, if you guys gave this a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. Elizabeth says, I'm planning on going to Chicago next month with my friend's birthday. She works at the Starbucks Rosary at the fancy Starbucks with 5 floors that everyone goes to. Oh, I was actually, I was there too. It's like right in front of the Burberry store. The Burberry store is so beautiful in Chicago. It's gorgeous. I can like literally see it right here. That Starbucks is gorgeous. Like if anybody goes to Chicago, you need to go there. And there's a last chance, like a Nordstrom outlet, girl. I would go there too. It's a little bit out. It's like more into the suburbs, like an hour. But I think it's worth it. And I hear good things about the Chicago outlets. I stayed in the city last time that I was there, but this time that I'm going, um, I think I'm gonna rent a car for 2 out of the days so I can kind of go into the suburbs. I also want to go to Oak Brook Mall and like do all those rounds and stuff like that. But that Starbucks, so gorgeous. The restrooms were really nice too. What colors? Um, what colors are actually more popular last year, and what colors do you think will be trend this year? I think last year was very much that Bottega green color, and they kind of like that peachy color, which I didn't really care for either of them. And I think this year it's like, especially for spring, it's all those like neon-y past like neon colors, like vibrant color. Like I go to all these stores and I see like vibrant suits. Like you go to Zara and you see all these like electric yellow, like a pop up orange, like a popsicle orange, like all these like very kind of colorful colors. And I'm like, oh, I do not really like them. I'm not a color person. Like this is like as much color that I would wear. So you see all my bags behind me are neutral. But it's just been like a lot of like really vibrant pops of colors. And for me, I feel like I can get away with it. I feel like I can get away with wearing a lot of things. But I think last year was like that peachy color, and it was a lot of that Bottega green color. And I think this year is like, it's like all the vibrant, the better. I feel like that's what people want. But you know me, I'm more of like, I think firecracker red has been another color too that I've been seeing a lot, like a very very pretty red. But for me, girl, I will always be a neutrals girl, or like neutrals, but maybe like a pop here and there. So wait, Sergio, I don't think we would mind more daily vlogs or going out to the mall because they're so fun and entertaining to watch. Oh, thank you. I appreciate them. Sometimes I feel like they're like a little boring, but I don't know. I feel like I also give kind of like good commentary as like I go and about and like talk about things. Like I give a good description of items versus some people that do shopping vlogs. They just kind of like show it. Oh, Marc Jacobs bag, and they don't even say like the name. They don't give the like they don't go as detailed as I do. And you know, for me, I'm like very detailistic. I'm very Virgo. I like things to be like a certain way, and so for me, I feel like that's why I have a really good watch time on all my vlogs. My vlogs do really well financially, but they also do really well watch time. Like those are the videos that people love to watch even more than sit down videos. Um, where'd you go when you were in Chicago? This is from Leah Stokes. Honestly, I don't even remember. I remember when I was in Michigan Avenue, I had like that popcorn place that it's like known, and then I bought more at the airport. Oh my god, I almost missed my flight at the airport. That's a whole other story too. Um, I was like so bittersweet. I was like, I don't want to leave Chicago. Like I got so emotional. And I almost missed my flight too. Um, I went there. I remember I had a drag brunch in Boys Town. All those little like back then it was like more kind of restrictive, and so but I remember all those places had like capacities and stuff like that. So like the first night it was like casual, and I remember I went to like to the suburbs to like this like taquache like bar that didn't close to like 4 or 5. I went there, and then the next 2 days where we actually were like a little bit early on things. I went to the Sears Tower. I know it's not called that anymore. I went there. I went to the park like that. We ran that little park thingy, the one like on the coast on the other side, like where you see like the lake, like I guess Lake Michigan, I think. We walked through all there. I don't know what else we did. It was like I had a good capture of everything. And then we were in the suburbs too, like not the hood, but like way into the suburbs and had like authentic like Mexican food and all that stuff. Like I did like a little bit rounders. We had like a really like nice dinner, a little bougie dinner. Like I had like those few days that I was there, like not a lot, but I did a little bit of everything. But those are some of the things that I did. I don't remember everything, but like not because I wasn't like in a mind state. I just genuinely don't remember. Actually, I'll tell you where I went to the drag brunch because it was probably the best drag brunch that I probably went to. Let's see if I can find it. Uh, Here, let's see. Let's showing all photos. But girl, I had the entire time of my life. Oh, it's not showing me. I'm trying to find the picture, but I had so much fun. Oh, I have a picture of the thing. Rip, the River Chicken and Bar and 2909 in Sherwood Avenue, Chicago, Illinois 60657. Girl, that place was so much fun. It was a drag brunch. And this is the bag that I bought from that NQC. Like, girl, I was living the moment. Like, here, I'll even show you. This is like the outfit that I wore. Like, girl, I was a hot ass mess. Like I wore that's when I got the Versace blazer, girl. That same day, I literally was wearing all black. I had the Montclair rain jacket that I bought that same day. Put it on, and then I changed it in the car and then in the flight. And then I was like, girl, I'm ready to go because this is what I had wore going to the airport. Girl, I'm out here like spilling all my tea. But this is like last year. This is like, girl, I had like my own like my Montclair jacket, and then girl, I had went out. Girl, I had the time of my life, girl. It was so much fun. And then I was wearing this off white, girl, so much fun. But those are the places. That's like the drag brunch I would recommend. Um, Mama Plex says, hi, how are you? The mini size is perfect size. And yes, lefty gang. Yes, I mean, we love lefty gangs. There's not a lot of lefties out there, but lefty gang here, Lord Lex. What's an affordable perfume? Um, I hear that the Dossier perfumes are actually pretty good. I know people that actually have it. I'll check them out, and I've seen pretty good reviews that are not sponsored, and I have seen some good reviews that are sponsored, and they're like $39. I think you can get like three of them for $100, and I hear they actually like smell like the actual thing. So I'll look at Dossier because that's what I've heard, and it actually tells you what's supposed to be the impression of the fragrance. C. Lee says, hello, how are you? Um, okay, but the Macy's had the silver pillow tabby for 136 today only. Oh my god. I mean, I like this. I like the silver pillow, but I don't know. I feel like it was a little sad. I like the gold one a little bit better. But for 136, ooh, girl, you may have to like you may change somebody's mind. I did not know that. I wonder if it's still available. Oh yeah, it is. You're right. It's right here. Ooh, I'm gonna post that on my. It's the deal of the day. Oh my god, you're so right. Oh my god, I'm gonna post. Thank you so much because I'm gonna post it on my Instagram story. So then that's really cheap. That's the cheapest tabby I've ever seen. Thank you so much for sharing, and hopefully you caught one. Um, Girl, oh my god, I know it was a sad silver, but oh girl, 138. Ooh, don't mind me. Uh, Hannah here question is the queer biology, real gay genetics, and more family. Aw, thank you. I did not know that. Thank you so much for clarifying that. You know me, I'm always like weird and like awkward and kind of like all over the place. Uh, Sergio, do you see Michael Kors bags in a far future going up to designer prices? Well, they already are. So it's Michael Kors collection, and if you go on their website or if you go to certain Michael Kors boutiques, they have like actual like the $1,000 bags. And like if you go into Saks, they have a hardened shop inside of Saks in the second level. They have like designer Michael Kors collection. So it's gonna be their premium line, and then the Michael Kors, which is what you'll see like everywhere, like at Macy's and Dillard's. That's their diffusion line. And so I like their diffusion line because it's done well, but I also like their Michael Kors collection. So they do have two price points: the kind of contemporary price point, and then the actual designer. When you see the Michael Kors fashion show, it's Michael Kors collection items. It's not Michael Kors. Michael Kors is what you. That's not what's on the runway. And then the only store that I've seen have a Michael Kors collection like full was when I went to Chicago. There was an actual Michael Kors collection store in Chicago on Michigan Avenue. On Jeep by such a good deal. I could pass it up. Plus, I use Rakuten for extra savings. Ooh, girl, I cannot wait to post that. I'm gonna post that later. Nice. Oh yes, extra savings. I have a hat that just like that from Straight to Hell, and then Curly Margang put little hearts emojis. Maria says, I've been wanting to add a Celine Nano for years and finally thinking of getting one before they're gone and discontinued. They have used so many colors, but now it's basics. What do you think? Uh, I don't think the Celine Nano. Actually, let me look at the colorways right now on the live, and I'll honestly give you an honest opinion if they're going to get discontinued or not. Oh yeah, they only have four colors. I don't know. I honestly see them. I don't even think they make the bigger versions of them anymore. Do they? I'm gonna look that up. Oh yeah, but they are only neutral. They only have like the mini and the small one. In the small one, they only have them in six colors, and then the other ones they have them. Oh no, they actually have micro and mini. So they have them in all three sizes, but only neutrals. Ooh, that's ooh. I honestly feel like they would. I could see them getting rid. It's kind of like the Antagona too, where it's kind of like the Antagona only come. I use my Antagona, so it's over there, so it's not here. But where kind of like they start making them in neutral colors, they don't do them as novelty. I feel like they're not going to get rid of it, and if they were to get rid of it, they would honestly get rid of the bigger sizes versus the smaller sizes because smaller bags are in. People don't really like a lot of big bags unless, like I said, for travel. But the bigger sling bags in the luggage collection are not practical for outside, and even for work bags, they're like too heavy. So I would say if you want it, I would go for the Nano. I think is the baby one, right? The super baby one. I should probably know this. Yeah, I would still go for it. I don't think it's gonna get discontinued within the next 4 years. It's kind of like the Antagona where they don't do a bunch of variations, but they still have it. But I don't think they're gonna get rid of it anytime soon. But you are right. There's not a lot of variations as previously, or like multicolors and stuff like that. But if you can get a good deal on the pre-love market, I mean, I would also go for the pre-love version. Giselle says, "What are you wearing? It looks so familiar. I have a black wool Mason Michelle hat that just looked like that. This is from Brixton, actually. I bought it. Well, I actually had this in a large, extra large, and then I bought the medium one, and the medium one fit. I thought it was gonna have to be like a large, extra large because I have a large hat, but I think it was like $45 from Nordstrom. I saw one of my favorite bloggers have it, so I bought it through her like to know it. But it's super cute and it's super comfortable. I really like it. Oh, I bought a Misa Michelle hat. That'll be next week's haul, but I have one, so now I know why the hype is worth it. Oh wow, she has a story says, "Hey Sergio, hey, how are you?" Momo says, "Love the lies, best sneakers and sandals that are so comfy to wear. Please recommend." Tory Burch Miller sandals, clouds. I have three of them. My Rogue Ginza sandals, Hermes Oron sandals, under $150 versions, because I think these are 238. Classic Millers are 198. I like Sam Edelman shoes for under $150 version, and I also like Shoot sandals. I think they're really cute as well. And as far as sneakers, I like my Beija sneakers. They're 150. My Tory Burch, I forgot what they're called. The classic white ones. They're not called the Walker. They're called, having a brain fart. The House sneaker is 198. I like that one. The Tory Burch Good Luck Trainer 278. I have 5 pairs of the Alexander McQueen that are 580. I love those. I really like my Isabel Marant sneakers, my best sneakers. I have them in two variations. The Saint Laurent Annie sneaker I have and I really like. I like Golden Gooses too. I have 2 pairs, and those are kind of shoes, sandals, and shoes that I own that I love and that I'll continue wearing more. And I also like a lot of the new Gucci sandals that are out and about too. Um, I hear nothing but good things about them. And usually Gucci's are not made super narrow, so even if you have a little bit of a wider foot, they still work. Hi Sergio, I want the Saint Laurent Rive Gauche in square shape, not the elongated one. Should I get the dream? I mean, should I get the cream? A little sorry for the error. Yes, I would get the cream one. Just because I mean I've had this one. I want to say like 2 years now. I bought it. I bought it pre-loved. My manager's when I worked at Nordstrom, my manager sold it to me. He sold it to me for 550. Girl, 550. Yes, I paid 550 for it, and 2 years ago. And I love to bring it out every season. It's been to me. This is the bag that we took to Chicago. It's been to me. I think I took this to Monterrey. I took this with me to LA. I think this. No, I didn't bring this to Miami. I brought my Bottega Acro Toe. But girl, I love it. It's super cute. It fits so much. I know you want the square version. I had the black square version. I didn't like it. I ended up giving it to one of my friends just because I felt like it was like really awkward on my figure. I'm 5'11", so I feel like I could get away with using it as an everyday bag. And I will be using it as an everyday bag in the summertime once it gets a little bit more, the weather gets a little bit nice. This will be a good sunny funny bag. But the thing is with this as a sunny funny bag, if I continue sunny funny at nighttime, I have to like go home and like change because this is not, girl. No bars, no club is or bars gonna be like, girl, you can bring that back. But we're like a cute brunch. This is really cute to run around errands. I like it. It's been holding up pretty well. I've had it for 2 years, and he used it a lot too before he sold it to me. And I haven't had any issues. It's stuffed here. Oh, girl, there's a bunch of stuff in here, but it's not staining anything, girl. I put my makeup bag in here. I put so much stuff in here, water bottles, everything, and it's been holding up pretty well. And I stuffed mine to keep structure, but it's holding up pretty well. I actually quite like it, so I recommend it. I've had it. Like I said, I've had mine for 2 years, and my manager had it for a year. He bought it like when it first came out, so he had his probably for a year. So that bag's probably 3 years old, and he used it a lot. But and then I've used mine here and there, but it's holding up pretty well. And I know they have like a smaller version now, and they have um, that square version that they came out last year. I love how humbling and respectful you are regardless. Thank you for being keeping things real. I will sure be trying to make it to your lives because it keeps me going after long runs of clinicals. Oh yes. Well, I'm just happy that you're just even if you're just here for a few minutes. I appreciate your time because I know clinicals and I know all that stuff. That takes a long time, and then spending time friends and family trying to get your life like for me, like I'm always all over the place, so I can already assume everything you're going through. But I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really, really do. Um, Nicole says, "Are you getting a Coach Hero bag?" Yes, but I kind of want that puffy kind of Madison bag that just came out not too long ago. I think that's gonna be the bag that I'm gonna get first, then the Hero bag. I think the Hero's gonna be a second one, or I may just buy both of them at one wing. I'm trying to see for the next Coach event what's gonna be on their event, like their 30% off event. And if I don't like anything, then I will just go and buy the full price bags, like full retail. I'll just go to the Coach boutique and buy it. But I'm not sure just yet. I'm gonna wait for that 30% off event and see if there's anything that I want, or if there's a variation of it on the sale. And if there's not, then I'm just gonna buy it full price. And I think that should be coming up because I think right now my course doing friends and family, and I know for Mother's Day, and I know very soon like that the Toy Birch and then the Coach one and all the other ones kind of start around the same time. Saks is the best in store, not on the app. Yes, I prefer Saks a little bit more in store. I like Nordstrom more online. Well, actually, like both. I like the only apps that I really like for shopping that it makes it easy. I like Farfetch a lot. I like Nordstrom a lot, and I like Fashion File a lot. I think those three ones. Like if I'm looking at something on the Saks website, I'd rather go look at it on the Farfetch website or the Nordstrom website if they carry that item. Look at it more into detail, and then if I have an incentive to buy it from Saks, then I'll buy it from Saks. I just think it's like super easy. The Nordstrom app, the Farfetch app, and the Fashion File app are some of the most convenient apps ever. Like they're so convenient. Like you can find everything, especially Farfetch. Farfetch has so many different places. I love Farfetch. One of my favorite places to shop from. Uh, Cardisha Robinson, sorry if I said that wrong. My apologies. I just wanted to say I think you look fantastic and I look forward to your content. Oh, thank you so much, love. I appreciate it. Oh, I finally made it to my first live. Yes, you did. Thank you so much for being here. Um, hi, how are you? I think it's Chirla Laurent. Everyday Neil, I got a Toy Birch Lee Razzle for an NQC for $90 yesterday. So cute. Oh my God, girl, you're winning. Congratulations. Hopefully you love it. I love when I hear good NQC deals. I feel like here we don't get them as often in the Texas region. But I know like in New York, in Seattle, LA, you get them more frequently. Girl, if I was one of those stores where they get more, girl, let me work at the night shift, like the truck shifts. Because best believe I would buy everything. Because I know certain racks have like certain rules where the employees kind of like thrift stores where it has to hit the floor first and then you can buy it. Girl, all the racks that I went to, girl, I was able to shop from the back. I was like, when they texted me, Sergio, we got NQCs, we got these designer items. What do you think? What do you want? That's how I was able to get like a lot of my designer items, or like, and it was just like, oh, like just shop the back. So, um, if I were to go back to Nordstrom, I'd probably be at a rack and I'd work in the, behind the scenes, girl, and I'd be getting all my designer stuff. I'd be looking with my little Nordstrom rack shirt. I don't even think they wear the Nordstrom rack shirt. I'd be wearing my little Nina Bean sweatshirts, my little aloe leggings, my little gay sneakers, my APLs, and girl, I'd be like minding my own business, looking all casual. But then when I step out, girl, wear all this designer that I got in QC at the rack. That would be me, living my fantasy. I bought Baccarat 540 at Saks, got a $75 gift card for spending over $500. Well, that's good. That's a good incentive. I feel like it's better to get something than nothing. And then right now, that gift card event's really, really good because they're giving away, like, a lot of brands are actually on it. I know usually Saint Laurent is on there. Marcio says, "Saludo Sergio, I love your channel. Thank you so much." Navarro, hey sir, hey, good evening, Sergio. I hope you're doing well. Sending love from LA. Question: what are your thoughts on Acris and Amiri? So hopefully you're doing well. Sending love from Houston. I'm Acris, so Acris and Acris Punto. So Acris Punto is gonna be the lower price, but even though it's quite expensive, I like Acris. I feel like it kind of falls in with that kind of like St. John. Even though they're different, it's still the same customer. Through my experience, I find that the Acris, St. John, and kind of like the Lafayette, even though Lafayette's kind of like in that contemporary and kind of like in the like Acris Punto like price point, I feel like it's all kind of like that same customer. I like Acris. I like Acris handbags. I felt them. I touched them. They feel like really good quality. Acris. The only thing about Acris is that I feel like the cuts and the finishes of a lot of their items are a little bit more on the conservative side. They're more on the like I don't know how to explain. They're more on the conservative. They're more like older fashion, and there's nothing wrong with that because there's a customer that actually appreciates that. But it's not something that I could see myself wearing. I could see myself wearing an Acris look, but it has to have more of like my tailoring version of it. So if I were to add an Acris item, I would want it to tailor it to how I want it to look. Maybe a little bit more slim, a little bit more sleek, a little bit more edgy, should I say, versus what you see like when you walk through Nordstrom or Saks or Neiman's or the Acris boutique here in either in Highland Park Village or here at the Houston Galleria. It just feels like it's more for a mature audience and not mature in a bad way. It just feels like it's for a different demographic than me. But if I were to wear Acris, I would definitely want it to alter it to make sure it fits my style and to make sure it looks good on me. As far as Amiri, I do like Amiri a lot. I think Amiri is known for the denim, right? Oh no, Amiri was a brand that I always the denim and the shirts. I like the shirts. I like the denim. I feel like it kind of borderline is kind of in between the kind of like I wouldn't call it like sneakerhead brand, maybe a little bit. I like it. It's a little bit too street style for my tasting. Street style is not something that I've ever kind of gone into. Even like Nikes and stuff, I don't even own. Well, I actually have a pair of Nikes right here in front of me, but they're actually supposed to be listed on my Poshmark because I haven't worn Nikes in years. But they kind of fall into that streetwear kind of category, and that's not really my style a whole lot. Um, let's see. But thank you so much for the question. Hopefully, it kind of answers it. Is it too late to buy the Marc Jacobs patent leather in Shirley mini toe, or should I get a linen version for spring in the white? Honestly, I'm only wearing it because it's very chilly here and windy here. I feel like we have like maybe like I know we're in March. It's supposed to be like, isn't it like spring break weekend? I feel like tonight's gonna be so busy or crazy, even though I have like so many things to get done this weekend. Right? Is it spring break weekend? I don't know. I should look that up right now. I know. I think next weekend is spring break weekend. I don't know. I don't know if it's this weekend or next. I think it's next weekend. But this is like how they carry them in the ads. I feel like this one is kind of going out just because the time is changing. If I were you, I'd probably get the linen version because I feel like you get more wear for it for the spring and summer. Because best believe I don't see myself using this for the spring and the summer. I'm only wearing it because it's cold and it went with my jacket that I was wearing earlier. But this is a bag that I probably won't wear. This, my toe fart UGG one, and then my other fuzzy tote bag. Those are bags that I'm gonna be using in the fall and winter. That's why they're already in the closet. And that's why I have all these kind of springy bags here, just because these are more for that type of temperature. They're more for cold. So I would honestly get the linen version. Paula says, kindness goes a long way. Thanks, Sergio. I always learn something new from you. Oh, thank you so much, Paula. I appreciate it. Karen says, what are your thoughts on working at Louis Vuitton or Chanel? How do you think it compares to working at Nordstrom? Love it and proud of you. Okay, Karen. So at Louis Vuitton, I'll probably never work there. And the reason is because when you work for Louis Vuitton, you make 0.01% commission on canvas pieces. You get a base salary. You do get, I think the commission's a little bit higher for any other items, especially fine jewelry, because Louis Vuitton's trying to get into that fine jewelry category. So for me, I want to get a job that either pays a good commission where I may not make a base, or a high base with low commission or like decent commission. I wouldn't work at Louis Vuitton just because I don't like the structure, and the amount of money they make from literally canvas pieces actually kind of like makes me sick in the stomach a little bit. Now, if I worked at Chanel, that's a whole other ball game. First of all, the clientele in Chanel is way different than the clientele at Louis Vuitton. The Chanel clientele, for the most part, they're, especially if you get a repeat customer for every season, or like I think there's like 10 collections every year, or like eight, I don't know, something crazy like that. Chanel, I feel like there's more incentives to work there. You can fly out, if you end up getting like a really nice client, you can go with them to the fashion show in Paris. Like I know people that work for Chanel that actually get to go with their clients to certain shows, and they get to like help them pick out whatever they want and to buy whatever they want. They get, I think this last year, I think you got like a Chanel handbag or something, like a small crossbody for Christmas. Like they actually, Chanel, it seems like they take care of their employees in that fashion sense. Now, beauty and fragrance, that's a whole other different story. But I would honestly work at Chanel versus Louis Vuitton. And department stores, if you work, let's say, like at a Saks that has a Chanel boutique and a Louis Vuitton, I believe you can sell Chanel even though you're a Saks employee and get commission, but you cannot sell Louis Vuitton from there. You have to, it has, because Louis Vuitton has their own employees. Even though Chanel may have their own employees and it's Chanel product, you can still sell it. So for me, working at a department store is a little bit better, depending which one and what designer has and which one's a high traffic. Here in Houston, honestly, you could either work at Saks or Neiman's. I feel like you would make money regardless, whatever which one you were at. Even that Nordstrom too does pretty well. It's one of the top 15, top 10 in the company. You would do pretty well because you can sell from all these different brands. So let's say you work at Saks, you can sell Prada, you can sell Christian Louboutin, you can sell Saint Laurent, you can sell all these different brands. But you have to be kind of knowledge to kind of to sell that product versus being just kind of with one brand. It depends how willing you are to scale. But if you work at more kind of like a prestige boutique, like a Cartier, a Chanel, like kind of like those very, very pristine ones, like Van Cleef, Harry Winston, a Brunello Cucinelli, like those type of boutiques, I think it's better than working at a department store. A, because the brand really takes care of you, or like even like a Dior. But if you're working more like at a Louis, or like, kind of like those type of like a Louis, and like I don't know what other department stores are, not other design stores I compare it at, it's not as lucrative as you would think. So I would honestly work either at one of the prestige, like the best of the best designer stores and just work for them. But I wouldn't work like at St. John. I wouldn't work like at Acris. I wouldn't work at Louis Vuitton, just because the sell through of the items is not as high. You may have a nice one, high volume transaction, but in general, it's just not worth it as much. So you would always want to aim for have more expensive designers, A, because you get more of a different clientele, and a lot of those clienteles, you never know what connections you can get, girl. Because I definitely have pulled a lot of connections for me working just at one, or just a regular Nordstrom. Well, one of the top ones in the company. It's all what you prefer to think, what you prefer. But if you work at a department store, you get to work with so many different people. If you work at a boutique, you only work with like maybe like 10 employees in the store. And Kiki Jefferson's put hearts. Izzy put, hi Sergio, hi, how are you? Misty says, hi Sergio, I need red bottoms for the low. When and where in Texas can that happen? Last call by Neiman Marcus is going to be your best friend. I always see Louboutins there every time that I go. They're even out there. They're not even like in the back there anymore. They always put them out, because now they only put one shoe out on certain brands versus two, because there was a high shrinkage problem. And then I think the sale season for Louboutin ended. But my friend Kevin Selects on Instagram, you can follow him, and then sometimes he posts really good deals on Louboutins. But I think that season is over. But I think if you want one for the season, non-sale season, I think Last Call by Neiman Marcus is going to be your best friend. If you ask me, here in Texas. Yes, you put love your videos. Thank you so much. Sergio, I'm super scared to make stuff. I see myself making a mistake. For me, if you're gonna feel like you're gonna make a mistake, uh, then I would not sell it, because if you're already thinking about that, it's rather just keep it and then not making a mistake. But life is all about mistakes, you know. I mean, everyone's always going to make a mistake, so it's whatever you feel on the inside. If you really feel like you don't want to sell it, if you feel like you really want to keep it, then I think you would follow your intuition more than let's see how much I can get for something, you know what I mean? So just I would keep that in mind maybe when selling items. All things like I just want to buy stuff from Saks just to get the gift card, lol. I mean, I would say, I mean, there, I mean, but there's a lot. I will say about Saks and even there's usually a good amount of brands that are usually on those type of gift card events. Because you inspired me to start my bag collection. Well, hopefully your bag collection is growing, love. Hopefully you love it. And like I said, a bag collection is not built overnight. It's not built in 2 years. It's not built in 5 years. It's gonna, like, if you love bags, you're always gonna want to buy one. So never feel rushed and never feel like you have to compete with anybody. Be at your own pace, baby. Because what you see on social media is not reality. Just keeping that 100. Because I know a lot of people like think, oh, I have to keep up with the Joneses. Let's keep up. No, you don't, babe. Be at your own pace. And that means you can buy everything all at once, or you can buy everything little by little. It doesn't matter, but just take your time. Make sure whatever you do buy, you love, and not because somebody else has it. What tote do you recommend, or a sales associate pushes you to buy it because you feel like you wasted their time? Your money is valuable. Put it towards something else you actually love. Tote bags: the Marc Jacobs tote bag, the Saint Laurent totes, Tory Burch Ella totes. Um, I know the Goyard St. Louis tote is not the best quality, but I actually really, really like it. I like the print of it. The Gucci Ophidia tote, I honestly feel like that's a better alternative, and I should actually be recommending that one. So I do like that one. Um, those are some of my favorite totes that I like. The Kurt Geiger tote, I'm not a big Kurt Geiger fan, but the actual like tote that's all like floppy and that you can put a bottom on it, that's made in Italy. I do like that one a lot as well too. Um, I would say those are some of my favorite ones, and I also like some of the Celine linen totes that they come out every season. Those are really pretty too. Cynthia says, any suggestion for someone who is vegan but wants to buy luxury items? Any items you know of? Stella McCartney is going to be your bestie. My actually one of my best friends, Paulette, she's actually vegan, so she she gets all her bag. She only has designer bags, and all her designer bags. Well, that's a lie. 'Cause one Christmas ago, she says that she personally cannot buy leather bags, but one Christmas ago, I bought her like a Tory Burch McGraw crossbody and a wallet, so she wears it. But ever since that, she like was like really searching. I'm like, girl, I wanted you to have this bag. But anyway, that's neither here or there. But she has Stella McCartney bags. So I would suggest Stella McCartney. They have the Falabella collection. I prefer them in the smaller sizes than the larger ones. I know in the past they've done like a little bit more boxier versions. If you want a structured one, like I said, I always go for the smaller ones and the big ones. And they also have kind of like the ones that kind of like say Stella McCartney in a circle and perforated leather, like vegan leather, but it's like perforated, kind of like little dots, Stella McCartney. I like them, but I would check Stella McCartney. I feel like that would be your best friend for a designer because all her items are made in consideration and all her items are vegan. So you never ever have to think twice about her items because most of them are. Because even like nylon and stuff and like Longchamp and Prada, they always have like little leather trimming, but everything Stella McCartney is vegan, so you never have to worry about that. Dina says, Dina from Toronto, hi, or hi, Dina from Toronto. Miss you, been so busy. That's why I'm missing out on watching your vlogs. Nice to be back and joining the live chat. Well, thank you so much for being on the live chat, Dina. I appreciate it so much. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. Let me give this video a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Let's see. Hi, Sergio Roseanne from Toronto. What do you think about Prada logo sneakers? I love them. I love Prada. I think Prada has been fire for the last few seasons, and I love it even more. Um, I love them. The little triangle ones with the platforms, the little bit thinner ones. I love them all. I love Prada. I've been using my Prada loafers. Those are my most used shoes so far since I purchased them. At first, I was like, "Ooh, girl, 950," but I use them all the time. So I think that they're worth it. So I mean, Prada shoes, I really, really like. So if you like it, I'd go for it. Plus, Prada's gonna be hot for the next few seasons. Essence is a Canadian, so Americans will be basically getting a 30% discount. Yeah, literally, almost everything's like way less, and I never have to pay duties for anything. I've never paid duties on Essence. Keep in mind, I haven't purchased a whole lot, but I haven't paid duties on Essence. So Essence Loki rocks. I really, really like them. What do you think about the Burberry Phobie pouch? Let's Google that up, and I'll give you honest thoughts and opinion. I like it, but it's just like a drawstring. Like I know Prada has some, and Miu Miu has some, and Prada has some. For me, it kind of reminds me of like a bag to put like a drink in, like a bottle of champagne or like a bottle of Tito's or vodka or something, John Julio. Or it kind of reminds me of like a dust bag or like a gift with purchase bag. And I'm being honest, I don't think it's worth the money because like as much as it's cute, there's like no, I believe there's not a handle on it. I'm actually gonna look into the pictures right now just so I can give you honest feedback. It just for me, it just looks like a little pouch. Like I don't see it ever being worn as a bag. Now, if it had a top handle, I would wonder say, 480, it's a good price point. But even though it has a little flap in the front and just like that, I just don't see it as a bag. And even if you try to carry it as a handles, I don't know, it just looks a little funny. I don't know. I don't think it's worth it if you ask me. I think there's other bags that are a little bit better if you ask me. But those type of style bags I've never been a big fan of because they always remind me of like a bag that you put like a bottle in, like an alcoholic bottle, or you like a dust bag or like a gift bag, like a when you buy perfume. Like it kind of reminds me of that. So I would say skip, Jocelyn, but I may not be the answer you want to hear, but I'm being honest. I don't think it's worth it. But if you love it and you're gonna get wear out of it and you see the value in it, then I'd say go for it, love. Um, Slime is not putty. Hi, Sergio. You have such amazing taste, and your channel is so informative. I want to see your thoughts on the Coach Carter crossbody. Thank you so much for all the amazing content. Let me go ahead and Google that up so I can give you an honest answer. Oh, it's so cute. Yes. Are you talking? Yes, I love the handle on it. I love that you can carry like a little clutch on it like that. I love that it has kind of coach right here, and I love that it has the thicker strap on it, and like it has a little dog tag. Well, obviously all coach bags do. Oh yeah, it's super cute. Oh, and it has two interior pockets on the. It has two zippers on the inside, oh, and it's $300. It's actually not that bad or price point. Oh, I like it. I think it's a really really great bag if you want to go for it. Uh, Essence has great sales. I scored a medium size so far for 175 and a Versace intro bucket hat for 35. Yeah, I was looking like I've been like kind of searching through the website a little bit more. You can find some really great deals. The only thing is like under $300 you have to pay for shipping, which is fine, but they you can find some really great deals on Essence. Essence has uh definitely has a really 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 good items on it. Um I love the one in Baybrook. The one I didn't like was the one by Galleria, and I'm from Katy area. I like the one by the Galleria. That one's my favorite one. Oh my god, my friend is like FaceTiming me. I'm gonna take a screenshot so I can send it to her, so she knows that. Um, I'm on live stream. I'm gonna text it to myself. Give me 1 second, guys. Actually, I'll text her in a second. Um, but no, the one in Galleria I do like, but it's very busy and it's very picked over. It's very touristy. I always see a lot of my tios and my tias there speaking in Spanish. I feel like a lot of people from Monterrey, from like the border, go there because I always see them kind of talk like in that kind of language. Um, but I do like that one. I've been to the one in Baybrook, hit or miss, but it really depends. But that's all racks because you never know what they're gonna get in those type of days. So if I'm being honest, but how's the Katie Mills? I have not been there. So if you're still on the live stream, let me know how Katie Mills is because I would love to know. Hi, sweetie. This is from Diva K3 Love. The Marc Jacobs is at the mini that you just showed. Yes, this is the smallest size you can get it in. This is in the mini size, which I think is the perfect everyday size bag, if you ask me. Um, I'm also got the recycled star books, and it's amazing, made out of shipping container and Edgewater. Also, go to the recycled. It's amazing. Oh, I've never been to that one. I need to check that one out. But I low key, as much as I say I don't like Starbucks, I low key do like Starbucks. I'm not gonna lie. Do you, sir? Do you? It's from Jocelyn. Perfect. Yes, promotion is not expired till 23 this month. Thank you for your feedback. I'll call them again. You're okay. So if it doesn't expire, oh girl, you better talk to corporate, girl. Talk to their what's that word? Not press release. Talk to their, because I had an issue with Victoria's Secret a long time ago, and oh, public relations. Say you want to talk to public relations and talk about that, and if not, report in the Better Business Bureau because they're going to do something about it. Because the people actually to take the Better Business Bureau very seriously, so it really, those complaints people take seriously. So I would do that. Don't threaten, but just be like, well, I'm gonna have to report this to a Better Business Bureau just because you're not doing the right thing in the situation. I'm qualifying purchase, like explain it, and 9 times out of 10, they're gonna have to honor it for you because they don't want that Better Business Bureau, because at the end of the day, they're gonna lose more on that review than to give you to cashing you out from the gift card that you're entitled to. If I'm being honest. So did you live in Houston? Or do you live in Baytown, Texas? Hope to bump into you. My friend lives in Baytown. Well, his parents do. I live by the Galleria area in Houston. I recently moved here a few months ago. One day, well, I'm always out and about in Houston, like every day. So if I'm in Houston, there's not a day where I'm just in my apartment by myself. I'm always doing something. So you always see me out and about, Galleria, River Oaks District, in Montrose, on Washington, in Midtown. Those are kind of the areas I like to be. I'm at Memorial Park a lot. I mean, I'm out here saying all my locations. What's that one park? It's like the building where like Ted Cruz lives by. Like some, I was walking with my friend. He's like, "Oh, Ted Cruz lives in that apartment building." I don't. It's a park that I always go to, but I always forget the name. Uh, I don't know. I don't know what the name of the park is, but I'm always at the parks a lot too. I'm always running and doing that. Bayou Trail. Yeah, that one. I think I'm always by that one, but I'm always like a lot of the parks in Houston too. But yeah, I'm always out and about in all type of settings. I'm in yoga classes. I'm like all over the place. I'm like a hot mess. So we'll probably bump into each other. Oh, thanks. Is it too late to get it, or should I get it before it's gone next year? Thank you, product junkie. I feel like they're not going to make this bag next year. So if you do want it, regardless of the season changing, then I would get it. I don't think this is going to come back. I've seen Marc Jacobs once they're done with seasonals, they never really bring them back. So if you do want it, regardless if the season's about to end, then I would go for it. But if you're just trying to add a new one and you're not too stuck on this one and you want one, then I'll go for the linen one, or maybe get both. But I really like this bag. I loved it ever since I saw the ads and everything, like how they're like crinkling it up because it's the crinkled version. I love it, and this is a bag that I'm gonna use for the next seasons. And I have jackets and stuff that have like shearling accents. I want next year I'll probably buy a shearling hat, and they go with my UGG boots. So I have a lot to matches with it. If you have to choose a Burberry or Fendi cape, which one would you go for with and why? I have the Burberry cape, and the reason why I would choose a Burberry or Blueberry, as I would always say, I like the Burberry one because it has the classic checkered print on it, and since it's not monogram super crazy, like it's a checkered print, it's not monogram. I feel like I can get away with it a little bit more. But then the other side has a TB monogram on it. But the thing is, not everybody is still familiar with the TB with the Thomas Burberry monogram, so it's a little bit different. The Fendi one, you see the FFs, or even if it's like the Zuka print, you can kind of tell it's Fendi, but you can wear the TB and you kind of get away with it. I believe the Fendi. Let's see. You said cape. I believe the Fendi one doesn't have leather trimming. Maybe it does. Let's look at it. Or like a poncho. No, it does not have leather trimming on it, and it's 13.90. The Burberry one I think was 11.90, and it actually has like little leather trim. I find like I've seen both of them. I felt both of them because my friend Hanan has the Fendi one. It looks really pretty on her. I like it, but I think the Burberry has a little bit more elements that I kind of gravitated towards. And that's why I like it a little bit more. I like that, like the one that I have. I like the leather trimming, and I like the details on it. So I'd honestly choose the Burberry one, but then I also have like a lot of Burberry ready to wear, so it kind of already kind of went with a lot of things that I have. But I would say the Burberry one, and I love my Burberry one. I use it all the time. Sometimes I use it like a little blanket, like it's kind of a moment. Sergio, did you buy the Marc Jacobs mini toe on Farfetch? Yes, I did a collab with Farfetch in January, and so this was part of the collab that I got with them. But I did get mine off of Farfetch in January. I think that's when the video went live. Um, did you go on the top of John Hancock gorgeous views and food? Yes, I remember I went to like a few of them. I think there's two of them. I think it's the Sears Tower and I think it's that one. I think that one's the one where it's like open where like you can kind of like see down. Yes, I think I went to that one because I remember there was two. He was like telling me, oh, there's like two of them. There's like two of them. And I think I ended up going to both of them. But yes, I did like the whole Chicago experience because it was weird because it was like rainy and then it was sunny and it's sunny and then rainy. It was like kind of crazy. And then the Bloomingdale's there was fire. The Saks, all those stores were really pretty on Michigan Avenue. So the Nordstrom, that's like one of the top three ones in the company. It's the one out of two that has a Prada boutique, and it's one out of two that has a Louis Vuitton boutique too. Um, But yeah, gorgeous. I love, love, love Chicago. I find it hard to find what I want in Marc Jacobs boutique in Toronto. I find that the boutiques in Marc Jacobs in general, they're kind of like all over the place. Like I've been to the one in LA, and then I've been to the off-price ones. I feel like there's just like it's like overwhelming. I prefer to buy Marc Jacobs to a department store because I feel like it's not as overwhelming. Um, so like maybe since you live in Toronto, I'll maybe check. I don't know if there's Nordstrom in Toronto. I know you guys have Holt Renfrew. Maybe I'll check Holt Renfrew and maybe see what they have if they do carry that brand there. Hi, Sergio. Good to see you again. Do you think the Marc Jacobs tote will go up in price? Yes, I'm surprised they have it. So Trey Birch had its price increase. I'm assuming Longchamp, and I told my friend that works for a very pristine brand. We were like talking about like a lot of things because she and then we all kind of know a lot of things, and so we are talking about we honestly think that Marc Jacobs and Longchamp are probably going to be the next ones that will have a price increase because a lot of the other contemporary brands have starting to have a little bit of price increase, or the newer bags that they're starting to introduce is a little bit more about maybe $50 to $100 more. And so I'm anticipating those two brands will be the next ones to go up. So yes. What do you think of the new Pantone color of the year? What of the year Institute is problematic these past few years in trending colors? Let me see the Pantone color of the year because I don't even know. I remember Sephora used to do like a Pantone color of the collection. Oh, it's kind of like this purpley color. Oh, it's actually kind of cute. I know a lot of girls and they're doing their quinceañeras in that color. It's well, I think that's what it is, right? Pantone, right? It was not showing me the actual 2022 very Perry. I mean, it's cute. I mean, I like that color. Not for me, but I like the color. But Pantone, I don't really like play along with that. I just kind of wear whatever I wear. But I mean, it's a cute color though, and I've seen a lot of quinceañeras 15s do that one. Crystal G, hey, what wristlet do you recommend under 1K? The Saint Laurent one, the one with the chevron, Chef's Kiss. I love that one. Uh, because you can get them in different sizes, and that's what I like about them. There's one that's 545, and then there's some that are like the envelope that's 725. That's a little bit bigger. Let's see. Um, yeah, there's like a bunch of them. There's like a Fendi one but Monster Gabrielle, Bottega. Honestly, I like the Saint Laurent one, and I like the Valentino Rockstar one too. That one's pretty cute too. I think you can never go wrong with that. I wouldn't go for a pouch because, girl, I've lost pouches in the past and like bags without straps. So honestly, I would go for Saint Laurent. If I were you, I think that's a really great option. I think Gucci has some recent ones too, so Gucci's a good option under 1,000, and I would say Valentino. I would say those are probably my three favorite ones. You can get a Prada one, but it's gonna be nylon. I mean, yes, it's easy to clean, but I think there's nothing like a real like leather one, if you ask me. Uh, any love in your life, Sergio? Getting around. Oh, girl, I cannot talk about that on live stream, girl. I cannot. I'm just playing. You know me. I cannot get caught up, girl. Girl, I don't talk about that, girl. I learned this. A really good friend told me. I'm gonna say this for all my little gays out there, all whoever's in this live stream. Be very careful about what you post about relationships because, girl, there's no coming back from that, girl. People are always gonna be like, girl, like people are so judgmental when it comes to relationships. So I don't really like to talk about relationships. I cannot confirm or deny if I'm in a relationship or not. I cannot confirm or deny anything for certain reasons, but girl, love life is better in the especially in the gay community that is between you, your person, and maybe like a few friends around. But if I'm seen out and about in public, well, I don't really care because I'm living my life. But I learned online that there's like a lot of people in the gay community that don't want to see you happy, and I've had that firsthand. And I've seen that happen in many other aspects. So when it comes to relationships, I'm always like a little bit more on the private side. What is the size called? It's so confusing regarding the Greaves toe. So don't do the black, right? No, the black one is fabric and it's gonna catch a lot. I had the black one and it caught a lot of kind of fabricy on it. So I wouldn't recommend it. So I would probably do I'll probably do that size. I think the one that you're talking about, I think it's like East West. I think that's what it's called in the Saint Laurent toe. Valencia says, OMG, I get to see you live. Yes, you do. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. Do you think other designer brands will follow price increase trend? Yes. Once one goes up, all of them do. So be prepared for all these brands that haven't had the price increase to go up. Um, Mariah says, "Hi Sergio, what is your all-time favorite tote?" My Bottega Veneta Acro tote is the one that I actually use the most, just because it looks the most dressed up, and I find that I can wear it for all seasons. When I first bought it, I honestly felt like it was gonna be a bag that I was gonna use for a little bit, and I was probably gonna give it to my mom. But I just like how it's like. First of all, it was perfect for winter. I got it to use. I've taken this to Miami, and it's gonna be perfect for this season. It fits my laptop. It fits a decent amount. It has a pouch on the inside. It's so cute. Yes, it's a little dirty in the back, but nothing a magic eraser cannot clean. But I get so many compliments on it. I bought it like in July, and I love it. This is my favorite tote in my collection that I use that I can dress up or dress down. And my favorite contemporary one is the Marc Jacobs tote bag. I feel like for the Marc Jacobs, I need to buy another summer color because I have two that are winter. The only one that I have that's spring and summer is this one, and I wear like a lot of denim, so it's gonna go well with everything. But I want kind of like a linen-y or a fabricy material because I know I'm gonna get a lot of wear on it. So because I'm not gonna be able to use these ones because the season's about to change. So I'll say for designer, definitely the Bottega Veneta Acro Toe, and it's been holding up pretty well. And then for contemporary, I would say the Marc Jacobs, the tote bag. I would say those are my favorite ones that hold up and that look pretty decent. I thought the white one was gonna get so much wear, but I don't really baby it. I mean, it has a little bit of wear, but I can just clean it with the magic eraser. I just been a little bit lazy to clean it. Yes, it's spring break here, so I'll get the mini tote and patent now, hoping it's on sale, and then I'll save for fall. Yes, then I'll get the patent one because I mean it's really cute. I really, 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 really like it. It's one of my favorite bags. Super, super cute. And I get so many compliments on it. Alex Johnson, OMG Red Bull, love it. Do you like Balenciaga? OMG, the Croc heels are ill though. Most, not timeless. I only really like Balenciaga. I always drink Red Bull. With a straw. I specifically have straws just for Red Bull. This is actually my first Red Bull in this entire week. Um, I've been drinking a lot tea, but uh, I'm gonna be up. I have like so many things to get done. I'm going to Austin tomorrow. I think I'm going to the Dua Lipa concert, Dua Lipa, whatever, in Dallas on Sunday. So I have like so much things to get done. I'm gonna get my wisdom tooth pulled out. Like I have all these. I had a vlog sale, so I have like 30 packages to ship. I just have so much things to get done. I have contracts. I have things that I have to sign for. Like so much stuff coming, and I have a lot of sponsorships coming up too. So I have like a lot of things to get up. So this Red Bomb is gonna take me through the weekend. I'm gonna be busy for the next few days, but you'll still catch me out and about though. But as far as Balenciaga, I like Balenciaga, but it's just I like more of their handbags. A lot of it's just meh, been there, done that. Cynthia says, "Thank you so much for answering. I've had a hard time finding anything, but I have bag and be all the time. Yeah, look at Stella McCartney and her bags don't do well as much in the pre-love market. So if you are savvy like me, then I would check Stella McCartney in the pre-love market because you can actually find really good deals on the bags." Maribel says, "Love your lives goes so quickly." Yes, like it's already 2 hours and 8 minutes, and I feel like I've been here for like 5 minutes. Thanks for sharing the inside secret. It is Sergio's Secrets. Oh my god, I'm gonna screenshot that because that's actually so cute. Thank you so much for saying that comment. Any hello good options for the Gucci off the grid collection? Love the channel. This is Isaac. Off the grid. Options or opinions. I like the off the grid. I know it's a like more of a sustainable approach. The only thing is I'm not a big fan of like the Gucci, like with the G like that. Kind of gives me kind of Halloween vibes. But one of my friends that actually works for Gucci ended up getting a Gucci off the grid, I think the backpack. And he has no complaints about it. He loves it and he wears it all the time. He talks about how much he loves the off the grid collection. It's not one of Gucci's top sellers, but people love it, and I think it's super cute. I like it a lot, and I like that it's nylon. I like that nylon is more. It's easy, it's washable, it's packable, it's just very convenient. So I would say I like it. Selena Flores says, "Why so Lulu dupe?" This bag from Coach is, I think it's called like the Madison bag. I tried it on the other day, and girl, Miss Thing, girl, it gave me all. I have the Lulu, and it gave me the Lulu fantasy. It gave me what it needed to give. So I have a video of it. I'm gonna show it to you. I have a shopping blog on it, so if you want to check it out, this little, I think it's called the Madison, and it has like a little magnetic closure, the little C. It's like a little puffy. You can wear it as like a crossbody, a shoulder bag. It's $500. It's a good size. They have them in two colors. So this little bag right here, I recommend it. Let me see if I have an actual picture of it, or I can stop it. This one right here. This is a good dupe. This was $500. Recommend it. 10 out of 10. And actually, somebody earlier on the live stream said that they have it, that they bought it in the orange and that they love it. So I think that's a really good dupe. And it's $500 versus, I think, what, $1,550 or $1,650 for the Lulu. What colors and patterns do you like from the SYL bag from Brandon Blackwood? Let's do a little Google search and I'll give you the answers for that. It's already 2:10, so if you guys have any last questions, I'll also answer all the questions, but I'm gonna start wrapping things up in a few minutes. But I'll also answer all the questions that are still on there. I'm not gonna leave anybody dry without questions. The SYL bag, let's see. I'm gonna tell you. Sometimes I say like Saint Laurent, like YSL. I like the purple ponytail version. I think that's super cute. I like the denim one. That's $150, the denim logo. I like the one that I have, the Chick-fil-A one, and then I like the kind of like the bandana print. I think those are my favorite ones. And then here is my Chick-fil-A one, right here. I love it, and it has like a nice texture to it. So those are my 4 favorite kind of ways that I like from the colors or patterns from the SYL bag. Gucci Dionysus top handle or chain or wallet on chain. Let me see what Dionysus top handle. Ooh, Dionysus top handle. Chef's kiss. Wallet on chain is cute, but Dionysus, I have seen that bag. Girl, there's nothing like carrying it top handle. Go for that one. I feel like you're gonna like that one a lot. Oh my god. I can already see myself carrying that bag like that. Such a vibe. I think you should get that one. Hi, Sergio Roseanne from Toronto again. What are your thoughts on the Gucci white monogram 1955 with web strap? Is it too expensive now with the price hike and the bamboo handle is way out of reach? Let's see. Let's answer it. Oh, I'm not a big bamboo fan, and I'm going to say I know Gucci is known for bamboo. I like that they incorporate within their heritage. I love all that. I'm just not a bamboo person, so I'm not going to recommend a bamboo because I'm not a big bamboo fan. I like it maybe like on that one brand in Blackwood that's kind of incorporated in it a little bit, but like the top handle, I'm just not a bamboo girl. It kind of gives me two kind of tropical vibes. Like I wouldn't wear a bamboo bag in the snow. You know what I mean? It gives me more tropical vibes. Now, the 1955 shoulder bag, I was actually thinking about that bag the other day. Like I was like, girl, I need a Gucci bag because I don't have one. I feel like I have a lot of these different brands, but I don't have a Gucci bag. I have like a little, like the little coin perch with the little chain on it, which is kind of cute. I actually need a Gucci bag, and if I were to get one, I would honestly get either a Dionysus, even the top handle's cute, the classic one, and I'll spray that baby down on the side with suede, or I'll get the Gucci 1955. Either or, but I love the 1955. Ooh, especially with the loafers, the matching loafers, chef's kiss. Yes. I like it a lot. The thing is, it's white, so you have to be careful, but I like them all. I like it in the black leather. I know they have them in so many different colorways, but oh my god, it is so pretty. I mean, I know it's a little bit more on the pricey side, but or even if it has like the Gucci web strap on it, I also like it too because it has the horse bit. It doesn't have no GG anywhere, but it still has like that web strap, so it kind of incorporates kind of like that Gucci in it with it a little bit, like the one you're talking about. I like that entire horse bit kind of collection of the 1955. I think it's so beautiful and classy, and even if you get the monogram, just with the horse bit and the like the style of the bag, it makes it look very, very classy. I have the Gucci Dionysus coin purse with chain. I love it. Oh, I have it too, and I love it. I get so many compliments on it. FYI. Hi, Sergio. When is a good time to get red bottoms for low price in Texas? Sell season, and I'll just follow sell associates. But Christian Louboutin next sale should begin. I want to say like around 4th of July. I think that's the next Christian Louboutin markdown. But if you want to get it now, Last Call by Neiman Marcus in Grapevine in Dallas, that's going to be honestly the best place to get it on sale current. I'll try to call the Christian Louboutin outlet on the Cabazon outlets like on a non-busy day, like on a random Tuesday night, and see maybe they'll send you pictures of what they have. I'm pretty sure they can ship to you. I'll try that. I didn't think about that, but try that. Maybe that could work. Because I know like at the Prada boutique and the Gucci boutique, they can send you pictures and they can actually ship it to you without having a purchase history. Louboutin, I don't know, but it's worth a call because I know a lot of those shoes start off at 50% off. Katie Mills has a Saks off Fifth. Well, I need to check it out. I never been in there. I mean, I always go to Grapevine Mills in Dallas, but I'm always a big fan of all like Mills type of malls. Like that's on Simon Properties. They always have good stuff. Hi Sergio, any advice on getting a Houston apartment or studio apartment? Where would be the cheapest ones? So the cheapest ones are going to be more into the suburbs, and that's something that I personally didn't want to do. I wanted to either move like Post Oak, like River Oaks, Galleria area. That was like my first option, that's where I live now. My second option was to live in Montrose area, and then my third option was like more like downtowny or like midtown. But I was staying at Airbnb in Midtown, and I just did not feel safe. Like I just felt like at night, like it was just like a hot mess. Like I just did not like the apartment complexes. Like I feel safe in my apartment. I feel like most of the apartments on this side are a lot more safe. Like knock on wood, nothing's ever happened. But if you do want to get a good deal on an apartment, I would honestly like good deal because I do pay. I think I got a good deal on my apartment, but I do pay a lot like for my apartment. Like sometimes I question myself, damn, I'm actually paying this much to live here. But I mean, it is what it is. But I would say my advice would be to get a good realtor. That's what I recommend. I've never used a realtor, and that's my fault for not using one. Literally, I was in Houston for like a few days, and I literally just looked at all the apartments, and then I picked one, and I got it. First thing, they just asked for all my bank statements. They ran my credit, and they ran everything. Everything went through as it should. But I would, if you want to get lesser point, I would contact a realtor, have your budget, have a good, decent savings, have a decent credit score or like developing credit score, and no, like anything that will negative impact you is a no go. But everything else should be good. If you have a decent job, a steady income, decent savings, a good credit score, and you can afford the apartment, then I think you should be fine. But I think it's gonna be more out in the outskirts of like not in actual Houston, unless you want to live more like in the less desirable neighborhoods. But I know a lot of people have apartments like in Katy. I know people that have apartments in Cypress. Like it's nice areas, or like in the Woodlands. They're not as expensive as it is in Houston, and they're still desirable. Or like in Kingswood or like in Sugarland. Like those are cities that I know people have apartments that are pretty nice, humble, but they're more further out. But you still get that nice living, but you're still kind of like in the Houston area. But I have to keep in mind there's a lot of traffic too. So even for me to go somewhere that should take 5 minutes takes me 15 minutes sometimes. When and where can I get Christian Louboutin bottoms for under $300? That's gonna be honestly during second markdown of designer sale or third markdown. Usually Christian Louboutins get the first markdown 30 or 30% off, and then it goes to 60, and then it goes to 70. But usually Christian Louboutin sales happen more private sales, and then they kind of go to the public once they hit 50, like what the customers didn't want from like appointments and stuff. So for me, I would befriend a sales associate, honestly. I think that'd be your best bet to get it like that cheap. Because at last call, you're probably not going to find them as that cheap. Nordstrom Rack doesn't get good as NQCs as they once did, like nowhere near as it did. Oh, my friend Paula did find that one Chicago chip. She bought some Pagao Folies for like $150, but that was with an employee discount too, and because we had access to it. But honestly, I would just befriend a sales associate. That's gonna be your best bet. Do you watch Project Runway, the last season Rock? I have not watched Project Runway. I'm not really much of a TV person. Like, believe it or not, like Euphoria and all those shows, I have not watched. But no, I really haven't. I haven't really watched it. I should probably look into it though. Or like RuPaul's Drag Race. I'm not a big TV person. What's your Poshmark name? It should be Sergio Secrets, but I really post my stuff on my Instagram account. It's private, but you can follow it. I'll accept all you guys. It's called Best Luxury Deal. Best luxury deal, and it says Shop Sergio Secrets Closet. If anybody knows how to get Christian Louboutins for the low, if somebody can answer the question, but I would say befriending a sales associate is honestly going to be your best bet. You're not going to go and see it just like laying around. I feel like you kind of have to like have a relationship with the SA that will go for you, or follow those Instagram accounts that when they post sell stuff, you can just buy it from right then and there. Sergio, if you're selling your mini patent Marc Jacobs boat, I'll be your buyer. Oh, I love mine too, a little too much as of now. As of now. What are your thoughts on the Gucci 100% cashmere scarf with the GG in Toronto? The price is over $1,200. Um, I like it, but honestly, I wouldn't pay $1,200 for it. A lot of Gucci scarves end up actually going to Nordstrom Rack, so I probably would not pay over $1,000. I would not pay $1,200 for it. I would go for another brand, but I would not pay that much for it. Are the Houston Premium outlets better than San Marcos? It just depends. No, not really. The ones in San Marcos are better because there's a Gucci, Saint Laurent, there's a Lafayette, there's a Last Call. Um, there's a lot more stores. Like there's a Prada outlet, the only Prada in Texas, the only Gucci outlet, the only Saint Laurent outlet. There's a lot more outlets that are there. There's the only Valentino outlet, and a lot more than the one in Houston. So sorry, excuse me. The best one in Texas is going to be the one in San Marcos, but I would say the Houston's a very second one. I would say that I do like the Houston premium outlets. P.S. What should I buy? Prada nylon bag or the new Balenciaga bag? I also like the Dior Saddle. What do you think? Prada nylon bag. I've had mine for 2 years and I love it, so I would always recommend it. New Balenciaga bag. It could be the Hourglass or the Gossip bag. I will kind of skip on the Balenciaga bag or the Dior Saddle bag. Now the Dior Saddle bag, if you do buy a strap, it's $1,000, so you have to keep that in mind. But honestly, I've had the saddle bag. I liked it, but with the CD with the strap on it, it scratched very easily and it was starting to tarnish. That's why I sold it. But honestly, this one right here, I love that one right there. I just bought Gucci Dionysus and Blue Supreme, and it's so androgynous. Paul, Michelle, I love the Gucci Dionysus collection. I'm like so here for it. Yes, for the 1955. Thanks, Sergio, for Missy. Oh yeah, anytime, love. Hey Sergio, how you, bro? Cash Addict B boy. I'm doing good. What are your plans for the future? Have you considered reviewing fashion shows? I get asked that all the time. I probably should. Like, I have a TikTok and low key, like I be posting like just like 3 videos a day, and I actually get good interactions all the time. So I should. This is my TikTok if you guys want to follow it. But I have 2,900 followers within like a week, so I should probably do it on there and then kind of see how it goes. But I think that'd be good to review. Like, oh my god, like my reaction or seeing people like on red carpet looks, because I feel like I have like a very like straightforward kind of approach, like, oh, I don't like it, yes I like it, but then I kind of explain it in a nice way where people kind of, if I say, oh, I think that look is like freaking ugly, but then once I kind of explain it, people kind of like get my drift, or they kind of understand where I'm coming from. But I think that'd be fun to do because I feel like I do get asked that to do that from time to time. That's actually a really good idea. Thank you so much, Paul, for that. MJ puts a little hearts to you. Kay says, hello, Sergio, watching you from Florida. Love your handbags. You're watching. Thank you so much, Kay, and you're watching. Thank you and love from Houston, Texas. And I think that's the last of it, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and log out for the day, and I am gonna go ahead and go out. Oh my god, my friends are texting me through the laptop. Um, my friend wants to see me tonight, so I have to like call. He's been blowing on my phone, but I'll talk to him later. But I'll say thank you so much, guys. This is the longest live stream ever, but you guys know, like, this feels like 10 minutes. It feels like 5 minutes. Like, I always have time for all my subscribers. I met a subscriber, literally, girl, at the Breakfast Club last week. Like, I met a subscriber today at Nordstrom Rack. She actually, I think she DM'd me earlier. I need to let's give her a shout out. I don't know if she's watching this, but I'll send her a message back later tonight. Leanie, hi Leanie, if you're watching, I saw her at Nordstrom Rack today. She was so nice and super sweet. But yes, I love all you guys. You guys mean the world to me. So thank you so much, guys. And I'll see you guys on the next one. And Paul says, you also have a unique perspective, Hispanic male from Texas. I think it would be great to expand your channel. I agree so. So I think that's really good, Paul. Thank you so much, because I always get asked to do that, but it's good to see like other people kind of like push me to do it, because it kind of makes me want to do it. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, guys. I always have time for all you guys, because if you guys have time for me, I have time for you. Appreciate all you guys, and hopefully you guys all have a good night. All right, guys, see you on the next one.